This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Welcome, everybody, to the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're coming live to you from Hightower Memorial Stadium, also known as The Rock, here in Altus, Oklahoma. Billy Palmer along with J.W. DeSilver. Good to have you here with us. Last week, if you watched us, the Cash Bulldogs faced a very tough Tuttle team, come out on the short side of that one. There were some positive things, though, J.W.
Yeah, Coach Griffin said he was really pleased with his team's character. They never gave up on him, he said. He said they fought till the end, and he was really impressed with that. They said it was a far contrast from last year's team, was his exact words to me.
Yeah, and Altus, they're still kind of going through some growing pains. Had coaching change last couple of years. The COVID year had a really tough change bringing Coach Kokenauer, and then I think he got dismissed in the middle of the season last year. And so, they're going back to what they know, JW. They're going back to we're going to do the flex bone stuff. That's what we're really good at.
Yeah, Kokenauer brought him in before the 2020 season, was 0-11 as the head coach, and then going into week 4 last year, handed the reins over to Dusty Davis.
Yeah,
1-7, but going back to the flex bone, going back to traditional, they've done it for years. Won a state championship in it in 2015.
Yeah, and he's very, very well versed in the flex bone, and we'll see a lot of what Altus is going to do tonight. They're going to run the ball a lot, and they're going to keep this a low-scoring game. Coach Griffin, I know, doesn't want that to happen, because if that's happening, then it's a ball game, and he doesn't want this to be a ball game. You're watching the Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by Hillary Communications. Hillary Communications with telephone, internet, and TV. Hillary Communications, always innovating, because every community matters. For a service area to find out how they can provide to you, call 580-529-5000. Hang with us here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American Airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes, and then there is ours. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, getting set for kickoff between the Cass Bulldogs and the Altus Bulldogs, the battle of the Bulldogs, as my good cameraman, Adam Gutierrez, is supplying me with water. I said, hey, you take care of me like my parents do. I'm sure glad to have you here, Adam, keeping me very well hydrated. I was thinking as I was walking up here a while ago, didn't have anything to drink. I hadn't anything to drink in like the last 2 hours, and so I was going to need something. Appreciate him keeping me hydrated. That's the key to my game. Right now for the Lawton Heritage Pharmacy, keys to this football game. Lawton Heritage Pharmacy, we are a locally owned pharmacy dedicated to providing personalized service at an affordable price. Lawton Heritage Pharmacy is proud to be your source for all of your pharmaceutical needs. They take the time to get to know you by name. When you call, you can count on speaking to a person, not a machine. You can see them at 12 Northwest Sheridan Road or call them at 580-354-9860. JW?
Yeah, I talked to Coach Griffin this week, and he said that he really needed to execute on offense, that he didn't like, there was no flow, there was no consistency on offense last week, and that he really wants to see that. He wants to sustain a drive. You know, both touchdowns last week were really big, long plays. He wants to see them this week have a nice, long scoring, sustain a touchdown drive. As we'd mentioned, you know, Altus is back in the triple option in the flex bone, and he really said they need to stay disciplined on defense, that you got to play assignment football against the triple option or it will kill you all night long. Really said that they want to force the quarterback to make the pitch. So they really watched some film and kind of had some problems making the pitch or the toss out to the edge and the option, and said that they really need to make him make a decision, put him under a lot of stress. And he said, most importantly, needs to capitalize on turnovers. When they do get a fumble or a big play, they got to capitalize.
So a couple of the things you said, I'm going to hit on a couple of those. He's a coach for a reason. Right? He knows exactly. We see some of that, but he kind of sees some intricacies to that. I think definitely this is something just as a football fan, if you watch especially the service academies in college, they are going to run something like the flex bone because it's one of those systems, offenses that you run that is, if you're not seeing it week in, week out, it's really, really tough to prepare. You said it's assignment football. I mean, this is absolutely, discipline is huge. They moved to 3-4 up front. They're going to be, those linebackers are going to have to be really disciplined tonight.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to defend. Like you said, in the age of the spread that we're in right now, you don't see a lot of ground and pound offense. And the thing's going to be for the Bulldogs tonight. Well, Cash Bulldogs, pardon me.
That'll happen a couple of times tonight.
Oh, yeah. Is that you got to capitalize when you have the ball. Piedmont runs a similar offense, and last year Mac was a huge underdog and had to beat him at the very end because teams that run this style of offense will drain the clock from you.
Well, just a couple years ago, Oklahoma played Army, and it was the first game of the year, and it was the same type of situation. Army came in there, and Oklahoma heavily favorites in that game, and it came down to the very end because – it's just one of those, if you allow them to, Coach Griffin before the game said, I don't want them to do 3-4 yards at a time. We cannot allow that to happen. If that happens, this is going to be a dogfight, literally a dogfight, bulldog fight. No pun intended there. And he just doesn't want that. And that's really, just to being honest, this should be This should be a game that Cash wins. Just to be fair, what you're going to see from Altus is a lot of sophomores. Got a lot of young guys out there. They got some talent there, but a lot of young guys. And so that is your Lawton Heritage Pharmacy keys to the game. Call them at 580-354-9860. Hang with us, and we'll be back here in just a minute with the starting lineups here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Aw, look, how sad. Everybody but you has a debit card, and they're all out having fun, shopping, dining, feeling good. And here you are with crumpled cash and counting change. Not a good look, pal. Sounds like your wallet needs a friend. That friend is a PayMe debit card from Communication Federal Credit Union. Use your free PayMe card in apps, in stores, and anywhere you shop. You're good to go. Come into any branch and open your account in as little as 10 minutes or go to comfedcu.org. Communication Federal.
Feet. We use them every day, working, playing, and usually taking them for granted. If your feet hurt, see the professionals at Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic. They've been serving Southwest Oklahoma for the past 36 years, providing the highest quality care and combining the latest technology with old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. With 3 locations to serve you, Lawton, Duncan, and Altus. Call today or visit us online at swokfoot.com.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Welcome back to Cash Bulldog Football here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Billy Palmer along with somebody who's in a great mood tonight, J.W. DeSilver. We're also kind of looking off into the, you know what, we talked a little bit about pregame. We hope the storms don't roll in here. We've had a little bit of rain this week in this area, and this field is listen, we're not going to see this much. This is a legitimate grass field. I talked to Coach Griffin before the game. He said, I never got to play on a turf field. I never got to play on a turf field growing up either. Played on grass where you had a hill in the middle, right? Everything was built downwards, so you could, because everybody ran the ball. So that, especially for Altus, you'd want that right there. So rain tonight could be, if that becomes a factor, could be interesting because it will be a slowdown game if that comes true. Thank you for joining us wherever you're joining us from tonight here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, oksportsnet.com. A lot of people go there, but if you don't go there, you can catch us on one of the many platforms, whether it's on Apple, Roku, Amazon. We're pretty much anywhere you can find streaming. Just find Oklahoma Sports Network and go to your favorite team, your favorite high school. We are all over the place. Got a lot of games going on the network tonight. I know JW's got a few of them.
Yeah, we got Eisenhower Mac.
Big game.
Javon Harris's
his revenge game, right?
Revenge game.
Yeah.
Midwest City and Carlisle are another real big rivalry going on the network. Elgin and Anadarko.
Yeah, Elgin and Anadarko should be interesting. Carl Albert, especially after the last week. They had a tough first week, and so some of these teams are looking to Kansas City week 0 now. That's officially week 1 now. So we are here in week 1, and so those are the guys I'm really looking forward to. I really want to see what Elgin does. Of course, the Battle of the Wichitas. That's next week. We're going to have that for you. We might get to even say hello to Vincent Saylor if we can kind of catch him a little bit there. I think if you want to know a little bit about that game, I think me and him are going to go on Glenn Brockenbush sometime next week during his little podcast thing he does on YouTube called Spoken Freely to talk about that. Maybe make a little friendly bet. Love Vincent, a great guy, great football mind, and I know he loves Elgin, the city there. He lives there. That's where he's made his home now. That's where his kids go to school, and he just loves it over there. And so he's over at Elgin now. They're moving up to 5A. I think it's kind of tough for them, but going to Anadarko, that's really not a fun place to play your first game either.
Just put turf down in Anadarko.
That's an old grass field. It's an old stadium there as well. You're sitting in a bowl down there. It's kind of an odd setup, but a very tradition-rich place as well. Again, MacArthur and Eisenhower, Javon Harris. I think that game could be interestingly closer than people think it's going to be. I think last week Eisenhower hung around with Ardmore more than most people expected them to. MacArthur had an easy win against the John Marshall team that, from watching the film, looks like they're going to be down a little bit. We'll see them later this season here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Now for your High C Fitness starting lineups. High C Fitness open 24/7 for all your fitness needs with all access to their treadmills, ellipticals, recumbent bikes, stair stepper, rowing machine weights that target every muscle. 507 C Avenue in Cache. 580-595-1769. JW?
Going against the offensive line here, we got Kenneth Wormy, Josh Galgos, Joseph Brown, Aiden Howe, that'd be Joseph Brown, Jacob Houston, and Brandon Price across the offensive line. Real big offensive line. I think average 250 upwards for the Cache Bulldogs. Then you got running back. You got Muldowney and Drake Jones, kind of running back by committee back there. So you went to them guys back there. You got Braden Castro, Alex Lima, Gabe Diaz, and Tyler Miles at your receiver's position. And then you got the junior Tyler Harbin at quarterback. Flipping over to defense, again, 3-4 front. 3 defensive linemen, you got Kenneth Wormy, Marshall Blaine, and Noah Smith. Inside linebackers, you got the sophomore Jack Vinyl and Tyler Miles. Then at the outside linebackers, you got, once again, Connor Muldowney and Drake Jones kind of working in tandem there. Then you got free safety Cole Ashworth. Flew everywhere around the field to make a play last week. Look forward to seeing him play again. You got Braden Castro and Nick Johnson and the quarterback Tyler Harbin at corners.
I think up front is where Cache should have a pretty big advantage. Just looking at the players pregame, I know just from the starting lineups, the Cache offensive line is big. It's for 4A, it's still pretty good size. Altus 5A, theirs looks a little smaller. Now, typically, listen, when you're running that offense, you don't have to have a big offensive line either. So that's not really something that matters all that much. Looking at the defensive side, again, I think the same thing is going to happen there. It's going to be one up front, and the linebackers are really going to matter. We're going to take another commercial break, and we'll be back here in just a minute on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Aw, look, how sad. Everybody but you has a debit card, and they're all out having fun, shopping, dining, feeling good. And here you are with crumpled cash and counting change. Not a good look, pal. Sounds like your wallet needs a friend. That friend is a PayMe debit card from Communication Federal Credit Union. Use your free PayMe card in apps, in stores, and anywhere you shop. You're good to go. Come into any branch and open your account in as little as 10 minutes or go to comfedcu.org. Communication Federal.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Check out the new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One. Our huge showroom is filled with the latest in home flooring and stocked with all your project needs. Come in today and see what you've been missing. The new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One, directly behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road. Experience the new Westside Carpet One. Our showroom is filled with the latest floor covering and interior design trends, and our experienced staff will make your satisfaction a priority. The all-new Westside Carpet One, behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road.
We are celebrating.
Here at Pam and Barry's team, we've been helping you through the real estate process for more than 20 years.
We want to thank you for choosing our team to help you.
We sold our house at full asking price, and it took less than about a week to get our full asking price with Pam and Barry.
Don't go at it alone.
Let us handle it all here.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
From Medicine Park to Elgin to Chickasha, communities big and small thrive on the ability to connect. Whether out in the country, shopping downtown, at home, or work, communication is the cornerstone of our lives, allowing us to go from point A to point B in the blink of an eye. It's the common thread linking our lives together. You need a partner that will stay on top of technological changes while providing services that exceed the common standard. Our desire every day is to improve and expand the way you connect. We're Hillary.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, just had a wonderful rendition of Star Spangled Banner by, I think maybe the Altus Choir here did a very good job as we're ticking closer to kickoff. Under 6 minutes now, as looks like the Cash Band is going to be coming down as well. I don't know if they're going to be performing or what they're doing here, but it's always nice to be able to see them. Again, we are at Altus, Oklahoma, as we get set for the Wade's Driving School coin toss. With over 35 years of experience offering driver's ed courses along with complete lessons, driving tests, they also offer defensive driving courses. Call for more information, 580-678-3388. They're going down there to welcome out the football team as the football team is about to head onto the field. The captains for Altus are coming down to the sidelines here. Our officiating crew, we got Doug Kropp, Craig Wallace, Mark Webster, Arthur Smith, and Gage Webster. Coach for the Altus Bulldogs is Dusty Davis. Head coach for the Cash Bulldogs is Farron Griffin.
Captains for the Bulldogs from Altus, you got Nathan De Los Santos. Number 64, you have Tyler Saxon. And then number 25, you have Eric Kirby. Then for the Cash Bulldogs, you have number 9, Alex Lima. Number 13, Chase Alvarez.
And a host of other guys we can't really see.
Yeah. Number 3, Thanon Wallace. Number 10, Shane Feeback. And then kind of staying in the back, you have number 22, Sean Berry. Number 64, Braden Kern. And then number 74, Aiden Hauser. Round out your captains for the Cash Bulldogs.
As we get set for the Wade's Driving School coin toss. Thank you for joining us wherever you're joining us from tonight.
Heads or tails, Billy? What do you got?
Always tails. It's always tails. Tails never fails. I guess technically it does 50% of the time, but
would love to see an XFL-styled scramble.
You like that? So do you remember the original XFL?
No. I'm too young.
Okay, yeah, you're a little kid. So when you wore the nicknames on there was a young man. On the back of it was He Hate Me. His name was He Hate Me.
That meme gets shared on a lot.
He hate
my
me.
friends. He
Yeah.
hate me.
So Cash has won again and deferred for the second straight week. Altus Bulldogs will be receiving, going from left to right in their blue jersey. Cash in the road whites tonight. As the captains get ready to go back and run out with the rest of the group. Got the big inflatable for Altus here on the north side of the field. On the south side, we've got the old school. I didn't have inflatables when I was in school. We just had the banners every week. It was the Go Fight Win. Say something about your opponent. That was kind of catchy type of thing there. This is just as Cash Bulldogs. This is all business today. They want to come out here and take care of business, get their first win of the week. Both teams coming in at 0-1. Both teams playing tough opponents in the first week. Altus losing to Elk City. Cash losing to Tuttle. Again, I'm interested to see what Clinton does tonight. We'll be keeping track of the scores. Clinton looking at Bishop McGinnis as the Cash Bulldogs come out onto the field. I think Adam Gutierrez up top doing camera work. Caleb Hannibas, the producer extraordinaire, coming back after 1 week of not being with us, and it's good to have him back. Does a great job always. As we get set for kickoff here at Hightower Memorial Stadium, also known as The Rock. If you've ever been here, you know exactly why it's called The Rock. It is surrounded by rock. I mean, all the way around, it's just rock. I like the old school feel here. There's a lot of pageantry with this type of game. Coach Griffin said some of the best games he's ever played and were played right here. He said MacArthur and Altus were, I forget what year he said it was, but they were both really highly ranked, and MacArthur came out top 20-17. As the home Altus Bulldogs now run out onto the field trying to get their first win of the season in their home opener. Cash Bulldogs, this is their first road game. Next week will be homecoming for Cash as they take on the Elgin Owls at Old Stadium.
Altus Bulldogs looking to snap a 9-game losing streak heading into this one.
They've got some talent, but Coach Griffin said they are definitely young. And, again, you can't blame the guys. They've kind of been bouncing back and forth with offenses. It's really tough for anybody to have consistency when, coaches are changing. You can't blame the kids for that, but they're trying to get that consistency back here as we have Shane Feedback getting set to kick this one off. Our Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Come on, everyone. Let's go to Wayne's. Wait for the Altus Bulldogs to come out onto the field. Cash Bulldogs going from right to left on your screen.
Is there anything better, Billy, than high school football in the fall in Oklahoma?
It's tough to beat it. Oklahoma, OU football's pretty close for me, but high school, I think the more you go up in levels, the purity kind of goes away a little bit. High school football is about as pure as it gets. I mean, you got kids on both sidelines going to school every day, all week long. It's just high school kids. These are just kids. I mean, we put a lot of pressure on them at times, but they're just kids. And so they're playing this because they love playing this game. And so it's a lot of fun to watch them out there. I love the intensity. I love the rivalries because even though we're separated by 30, 40 minutes, a lot of these kids know each other. They've been playing against each other since junior high, and so a lot of rivalry out there, even though there's friendship between many of them. As Shane Feedback gets set to kick this one off. Again, Altus will be running a flex bone offense tonight. Trying to slow this game down as Cash kind of having some problems on the setup of this kickoff here early on.
Ball set up on the far hash here. Maybe looking for an onside or a pooch kick coming our way here.
Yeah, there's like a spot about the 20 on the far sideline. It looks like there's nobody there. That's kind of where if I'm pooching it, that's where I'm putting it at, even on this side, because of the kickoff return setup that Altus has. Here we go. It's football time here in Altus, Oklahoma. Shane Feedback kicks this one off, and he kicks this one deep into the end zone for a touchback. Definitely not an onside or pooch. Listen, we get paid the big bucks to say what's going to happen here, and he hit that one. Again, Shane is a soccer player, and he's got a leg on him. He got a lot more confidence this year. We saw it last week. Coach Griffin, even though he missed a field goal late in that game, Coach Griffin said, he wanted to give him some an opportunity because he said, I might need him later on. He said, I want to give him some confidence that he can hit that. And he just missed it, but he had plenty of range as the Altus offense comes out onto the field for the first time. Garrett Gribble will be the quarterback for the Altus Bulldogs. You're going to see a flex as number 3 goes in motion. He is going to get the pitch on the far side. That's Keithan Kellison. He's going to be wrapped up and picked up, not brought down, but it's going to be a loss of yards on the play to bring up a 2nd down and 11 now.
Great play there off the edge, just with the little bit different is Altus will go under, see what their defense is giving them, and then take a step back and call a play.
As Gribble again goes up under center. Going to put a Keithan Kellison in motion again. This time rolls out to the right. He's going to pitch the ball to number 28. He's going to be dragged down.
That was number 4, Colt Ashworth on the tackle. Just kept the assignments, took the pitch man, took the quarterback, make another call back on the ridge line of scrimmage here for 3rd down, 3rd and 10.
Short game by Nathan De Los Santos for the Altus Bulldogs. Brings them into a 3rd and 10, a passing down. But again, Gribble goes up under center, looks to the sideline. They are not going to be in any hurry tonight. This is not what they want to do. So they want to slow this down. So you'll see that a lot. They're going to take a lot of the time. Every drive, even if they go 3 and out, they're going to take a couple minutes because they're going with purpose and intent as Kellison goes into motion again. Handoff this time is up the middle. Nothing doing again. Maybe gain him 1 on the play.
That was number 79, Joseph Brown, with the initial stop, drag him down and bring the punt unit on. And this Altus offense is not made to be in 3rd and long. Cannot get behind schedule.
Alan Chavez back to punt for the Altus Bulldogs. Braden Castro and Alex Lima back to return for the Cash Bulldogs. Set up right about midfield. There are 10 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. High snap is going to go into the end zone. And let's see what Chavez does. He's going to kick it out of the end zone. That's a flag. But that is... It's going to be a safety, I believe. And it will be a safety. So Cash, with a defensive score early on, takes I hit a 2-run homer in the top of the first. Lead this one 2-0. Altus will have to kick this ball off to the Cash Bulldogs. Just a high snap there, JW.
Just a high snap, and that becomes the danger, already at 10 yards back, so you're catching them on your 10-yard line. Bad snap. Not a lot of room for error there.
I think our first quarter sponsor, Comanche Home Center, your locally owned Ace Hardware, 6902 Northwest Cash Road.
And, that's one where the confliction becomes, do you try to pick it up and run, or you let them fall on it for a touchdown or kick out the back of the end zone? Because now it goes from maybe a 7-point play if they fall on the end zone to now it could be 9 or 10 points after the safety if Cash drives down the field and scores right here.
If that's me, I'm probably trying to pick up and do something with it because I'm not smart. So I'm just saying, as a football player, I would try to do something with it. But that was the smart play right there. I mean, this is just the beginning of the game. You don't want to give up a touchdown on just a high snap. And so kicking out of the end zone, 2 points, that's certainly can be overcome early in this game. I've taken plenty of time. We're not going to commercial after a safety. No, we usually go to commercial after a score. They do take a break, but not going to do it this time as the Cash Bulldogs will be able to return this one. It's going to be a good spot. They're going to have good field position.
College football starts this week back up, Billy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see the Brent Venables era start.
The Jayhawks taking on Tennessee Tech, and the booth will be jumping
Tennessee Tech
tonight. The booth will be absolutely jumping.
I'll give you
toughest place to play in college football.
What conference is Tennessee Tech in? Do you know?
All I know is that the booth is the toughest place to play in college football.
OVC. They're in OVC. Ohio Valley. I know that because I like small school basketball. So it seems like this is taking a little while to get this taken care of. If Chavez again is going to – it's a free kick. He's going to punt this away. Number 20, Logan Crawford, the 5'9", 160 junior, back deep for Cash. Also back there, Nick Johnson on this side. And on the far side, that is Kenyon Hayes, the 5'10 junior. As Chavez punts this one away. A high, spiraling, straight-up kick. And his fair catch is called for by Alex Lima at the 31. Great starting field position for the Cash Bulldogs.
Yeah, and here comes this Bulldog offense. Really got shut out in the first half last week. Got 2 touchdowns on total, but like you said, really wants to see sustained drives. Hard to sustain a long drive when you're getting the ball in your 31 to start, but
if you're just joining us here, that score is correct. It is 2-0 off the early safety from a bad snap as Altus Chavez kicked it out of the back of the end zone. As Tyler Harbin brings the offense back out onto the field, no running backs behind him. Braden Castro will be offset to the left side of the offensive line. At the bottom of your screens, number 19, Gabe Diaz. Expect to see a lot of Coach Griffin wants to get some confidence for Tyler Harbin as he goes under center. Castro goes into motion. Handoff is going to be given to Castro. He's got some room on the right side up to the 20, and he's going to score. One play in. Cash Bulldog touchdown. 31-yard run by Braden Castro.
And there's a guy from Altus had a shot to make that play to the line of scrimmage, and just the speed of Castro always talk about kicked into high gear there, and that you cannot script a better start for the Cash Bulldogs.
8-0 now your score here at The Rock. We are just barely 2 minutes into this game. 9:51 left to go. You couldn't draw it up any better. 3 and out. You get a safety. One play, 31-yard touchdown run. Didn't see a lot of that sweep last week, as we are going to see something off of this one. There's a throw from Braden Castro to number 19, Gabe Diaz. That's good for 2. Cash leads this one early, 10-0. There is a penalty on the play. We'll see what it is here. The Altus Bulldogs aren't going anywhere. Cash went off the field in a hurry. I think they're going to call him to come back out here. There was a false start on the Cash Bulldogs. So I'm guessing we will see feedback. Try to kick this one in now. So 8-0 still your score. Braden Castro showing off the Jets early. He is the speedster on this team. No doubt about that. Again, we didn't see a lot of the jet sweep last week, and I think it was probably because of the defense that you saw. That linebacking crew was just phenomenal for the Tuttle Tigers. Shane feedback. Attempt a 25-yard extra point here.
Not quite NFL range, but
the 5'10 senior kicker. Snap is now, kick is up, and it is going to be good. 9-0 now your score. Cash leads Altus. Stay with us here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, the Cash Bulldogs lead this one 9-0 over the Altus Bulldogs. It's going to be hard with the Bulldogs back on both sides. We get set for another Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne's as Shane feedback. Just made the extra point before the commercial break. Put the first one through the back of the end zone. Let's see what he does here. He's going to do this a little lower line drive. Going to be picked up at a high bounce at the 3-yard line. Got some room on the side, but cuts it back in the middle is number 3. And he's got some more room, cuts it back up to the 45. If he stayed on the outside, he might have broke that one. That is Keithan Kellison again, the senior running back / return man for the Altus Bulldogs. Puts him in good field position.
Good tackle there from feedback. Normally
those kickers, yeah.
You get the kickers don't want to tackle. Feedback stepped up, made a nice tackle there.
Kellison cut that up to the middle. Might have stayed outside. Might have broke that all the way, but as it is, starting almost at midfield, you got to like that for the confidence here if you're the Altus Bulldogs. Again, Garrett Gribble, the sophomore quarterback, goes up under center. Also back in the backfield with him is number 8, Cole Kuhn. We'll see a lot of him tonight as well. As 22 goes in motion, handoff is going to be up the middle, and he is not going anywhere. as big number 75, Kenneth Wormy, the tackle.
Kenneth Wormy, 8 offers so far. Keep rolling in.
He is a massive human being. I walked down there beside him earlier. As Altus again goes under center, looks to the sidelines. 9:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Comanche Home Center first quarter. I thank them for their sponsorship, bringing this to you there at home. The man goes into motion again. The handoff's going to be right up the middle. Faked it. Pitch outside to number 8 on the left. And I love the flex bone because even if it's run right, it is my eyes are bouncing everywhere. And I know that if you're the defender, you're having to see that. But a nice job of the Cache Bulldogs. We preached this before the game, right? The discipline was there.
Yeah, the discipline. Got to stay disciplined to play this, defend this style of football.
As Cole Kuhn is on the right side of the flex bone, number 21, Tucker Taft. Saw him a couple years ago. 2 guys go into motion.
Should be a penalty for, but
play clock is down to 4. They're probably not going to get this one off. Maybe. Let's see here. They do get it off, and they are going to pitch it, but the Altus Bulldog coaches want a timeout. I think we're going to take it with them here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Hey there, I'm Trent Logan. Just so happens, I like to sell houses the fancy way. Hello, here for paint night.
Sit down, Trent.
That ready? What's the deal? You guys didn't bring your own gear? I'm so dadgum fancy. When I do art and stuff, I don't even have time to take a break. Tender me, babe. You know.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network as Altus has the ball. Going to drop back to pass. Rare occasion. Kind of throws it over the middle. Number 8 with the catch. Cole Kuhn, the senior. It's going to be enough for an Altus Bulldog first down. Really kind of floated that one up there. Thought Cash might make a play, but
caught him. They threw the football. Caught him by surprise.
MacArthur leading Eisenhower early 8-0.
Apparently some problems early on for the Eagles. 4 personal fouls on the first drive of the football game.
That's definitely a rivalry game, so you're going to see some of that. As man goes in motion. Handoff is going to be up the middle again. Nothing doing at all. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Just great push inside from those two. From the nose tackle, really, from Marshall Blaine and then Kenneth Wormy, defensive end, kind of getting in there. 3-4 is kind of being pinched into a 5-2 here, going against this option attack.
Yeah, you got to bring those linebackers up there on that side. 7:20 left to go here in the Comanche Home Center first quarter. Gribble again up under center. Look to the sideline for a play. Number 22, Trent Carmen on the far side. Tucker Taft back in the backfield with him. I think we'll see a heavy dose of him. I like Tucker Taft quite a bit. Saw him a couple years ago. Number 8, Cole Kuhn, also to the right side of this flex bone. Goes into motion. Pitches to the left side. And it's a nice job of just picking the pitch out of the air, not letting that thing get picked up by somebody else. Going to gain a couple on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 now for the Altus Bulldogs.
Good play by Jack Vinall there. Kind of thought he was going to slip out of that and just reached out, grabbed him by the ankles, bring up a 3rd down.
Good article in the Constitution about Jack Vinall coming back from injury last year. Take a chance to read that if you can. As the Altus Bulldog offense looks to the sidelines, coach is barking out some orders to them.
Like you said, definitely will not be in any hurry.
No. As the pitch is to the backside, and it's going to be stopped right there again. This time going to be a loss on the play, bringing up a 4th down.
That's number 58, Noah Smith, playing in at that right defensive end. Just chased that down and violently made a collision in the backfield there.
It'll be 4th and 10 now for the Altus Bulldogs. 9-0 again in this first quarter. Safety early on by the Cash Bulldogs, and a touchdown run also, 31 yards by Braden Castro. As Chavez back to punt for the Altus Bulldogs. Good snap, low kick, really put in a good spot. Caught by Braden Castro. So many Altus Bulldogs there. Makes a couple miss, cuts it right up into them. Going to get up to about the 22. That's where the Cash Bulldogs will start for their second offensive drive of this game.
Thought Castro had some room down this near sideline, and just good coverage from the Altus punt unit right there. Just took away any chance of a return.
So starting now from the 23-yard line. Let's see if we can get another long touchdown here. This one would be, 77?
Substantially longer to go here than they did last drive.
Yeah, 31 yards last time.
9-0 on the scoreboard, but just going to be the second offensive play ran here for the Cash Bulldogs.
About as easy of a drive recap as you could ever have with Cash's first drive. One play, 31 yards. As Harbin goes up under center, puts Barry into motion. Going to hand the ball this time up the middle to Muldowney. Only going to gain about 1 on the play.
That was number 13, Brody Rogers, in on the tackle for the Altus Bulldogs right there.
Kind of like the Altus uniforms. Kind of have a Penn State feel to them.
I think their uniforms have more character to them than Penn State's do, Billy.
Well, they've got the A there, so that's definitely a help.
Wouldn't be hard to
It's a good color. I like the color scheme. I'm a blue guy. I like the blue. Harbin again goes up under center, puts Sean Berry again into motion. Berry's going to get the hand up this time, cuts it up in, makes a couple of guys miss. Going to get up to the 30. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Cash Bulldogs.
Like you said, 3rd and 3, and talked to Coach Griffin. He said he really wants to try to pound the middle. So let's see if that's where they go into this here on this 3rd and short. Keep the drive alive.
See a little bit more of Sean Berry early on in this game. Didn't see him a whole lot last week. Saw him quite a bit last year. Really good athlete for the Cash Bulldogs. That's Gabe Diaz at the bottom of your screen. Tyler Harbin puts a man in motion again. It's going to be handed up the middle this time, and I don't know if Muldowney, let's see if he got it. It's going to be right there at the sticks. We're not really at a good angle here, but they're going to give him a first down, I believe. Yep, first down for the Cash Bulldogs.
And that's a good fight right there. Fights through initial contact just to fall forward right there and pick up a first down, keep the drive alive.
That is an underrated talent that running backs have. A lot of guys like to dance around. Sometimes the best thing to do is just fall forward and get that yard or two that you need. As Barry goes into motion again, and Altus jumps, but nothing happens there because he didn't touch anybody. And so Harbin looks to the sideline here. Liam at the bottom of the screen on the other side. Barry goes back into motion again and fakes it this time and absolutely drilled. But there is a flag on the play.
Interesting to see what this flag will be. It's in the area of holding here.
Holding or, they might have been I don't know if somebody jumped off sides for, or lined up off sides for Altus. We'll see here.
See what White Hat Doug Kropp has for us.
It's a chop block on the Cash Bulldogs. Bring up a very long situation now. It's certainly not what you want after the first down. Put you in first and very, very long. Not something Cash wants to see. To kill a drive, yeah, that's a 15-yarder.
15-yarder. Just the second penalty we've seen here early.
Yeah, much cleaner than last week. But you're going to see that from week 1 to 2, week 0 to week 1. from game 1 to game 2. How about that? You're going to see from game 1 to game 2 usually your biggest improvement there.
Yeah.
Harbin again up under center. Going to put Barry into motion again. He's going to hand the ball off to Barry, who stretches this one out wide, cuts it in, got some room on the outside, stays on his feet, and gets back to almost the original line of scrimmage. Going to gain about 13 on the play.
That's a real good block there by wide receiver Alex Lima on the corner. Kind of just kicks that guy out, allows Barry to slide right underneath him right there and pick up a substantial amount of yardage.
Leave him at the bottom of your screen along with Gabe Diaz, Cole Ashworth as well. Tyler Harbin at quarterback. Puts a man in motion. I believe that's Castro. Gets the ball and trying to follow some blockers. Hides behind one. Cuts it back up in. Going to get all the way out to the 37-yard line. Brings up a third and about 38 actually. Third and manageable now for the Cash Bulldogs.
And that was 6'6", 305 Kenneth Wormy out there on the lead block. And moves pretty good for being 6'6", 305 out there kind of leading.
It's kind of funny to watch. Castro kind of got hid behind him. You couldn't even see him back there.
Trying to find the blind spot.
So bringing up a 3rd and 4 now. Much better than it was at 1st and 25. So they've kind of worked themselves back into a chance to get a first down here. It's Gabe Diaz at the bottom of your screen. Harbin up under center.
Kind of a two-back look here.
Yeah, you got Drake Jones and Connor Muldowney back there. Lima goes into motion. Going to be handed up to Drake Jones. Breaks a couple tackles, and he's broken free. He may get this one. A couple guys chase him down all the way down to the 22-yard line. Big run up the middle by Drake Jones.
And that was what was seen on film, just being able to attack the middle, and they hit it there, here and there, but finally Drake Jones able to gash through the middle for a big 3rd down pickup. Second one on this drive, and this is what Coach Griffin was looking for, the ability to extend the drive when you have to, the ability to hold on to the ball for a little bit, kind of run some clock, sustain a drive, assert your dominance.
The Cash Bulldogs able to work themselves out of a 1st and 25 hole after the chop block penalty. All the way down now to the 21-yard line. Coach Griffin is going to call a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Cash Bulldog football here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Korean barbecue, that's our goal. We serve only the best in Korean cuisine. We've got several different flavors of bulgogi and fried rice, premium fish plates, and sushi. Our customers love us, and you will too. Check out our menu and even order online. Come on in, and we'll show you how we do it Gangnam style.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network with the Cash Bulldogs lead this one early on, 9-0, 1:14 left to go here in the Comanche Home Center first quarter as the Cash Bulldogs have worked themselves very close to the All-America Bank red zone here. See if they can get this one in. I want to give All-America Bank a chance to. We may not get inside the red zone too often. Maybe a lot of big plays tonight as number 34 gets the ball, and he is going to get inside the red zone, I believe. It's going to be a short gain on 1st down. Bring up a 2nd and 9. Check out their mobile banking, allowing you to check balances, transfer funds, view transactions, and check messages from anywhere, anytime. Talk to their team today where you always reach a real person when you call. All-American Bank, our red zone sponsor this year. I want to thank them.
Seeing a lot of different ball carriers here early for the Bulldogs, trying to get a lot of different guys reps early on here.
Jamarcus Tisdale on that last carry. Drake Jones will be behind Tyler Harbin as Lima goes into motion. Going to be handed off to Drake Jones up the middle, met by a host of Altus tacklers, especially big number 33. That is Kelby Bates, the 6'1", 220 sophomore for the Altus Bulldogs.
Bring up an interesting 3rd and long here. You think that if you can get about half, you might be in field goal range here, but
yeah, I think this is feedback's range here already. That would be a 35-yarder from here. He can definitely make a 35-yarder.
About the distance that he missed from last week, of course. Like you said, missed wide. Had the leg on it, just pushed it.
Drake Jones and Harbin looking to the sideline.
We're going to have a whistle here.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Cache Bulldogs lead this one 9-0 over the Altus Bulldogs. You're watching Cache Bulldog football here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where the Cache Bulldogs lead the Altus Bulldogs 9-0 as we enter the Vincent Saylor State Farm second quarter. Life Home Car Insurance. Give Vincent a call today for a free quote, 580-699-2771. Like a good neighbor, Vincent Saylor State Farm is there as the Cache Bulldogs look to continue this drive, trying to cap this drive off.
Mentioning Vincent, if you want to flip around the network, go say bonjour to other crews. You got there in Anadarko, you got Ike Mack, many different games on through the network here as week 1 kicks off.
It's Drake Jones offset, going to be put in motion by Tyler Harbin. Harbin's going to throw Drake Jones the ball. He catches the ball, going to have the first down, fighting down inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. Will be first and goal for your Cache Bulldogs.
Third down conversion, 3 for 39 on third down conversions.
Cache trying to give a little bit of tempo here as Harbin quickly resets the offense. Drake Jones offset to the left again. He's going to get the handoff up the middle. Drake Jones fighting, breaking through a couple of tacklers, still fighting on his feet. Finally dragged down inside the 10, back about the 8-yard line or so. We'll bring up second and goal now for the Cache Bulldogs.
We'll give them about the 5 on forward progress there.
Oh, that's good. I'll take that.
It becomes so hard to score down here because the field becomes shrunk on you, and there's not a lot of options that you can do once you get down here. Illegal participation on the Bulldogs, or Altus Bulldogs, pardon me.
So we're inside the 5-yard line now, just inside the 5. Penalty doesn't hurt you too bad down here.
No, but it makes it first down.
Yeah, that's right. Drake Jones will be behind Harbin. Man goes into motion. He will get the ball on the outside. Is that Castro again? I believe it is. Fighting. Ducks under, guys. Probably get back to the original line of scrimmage. Not much doing there.
This Bulldog defense, Altus Bulldog defense, kind of bowing their neck here, trying to put a goal line stand together.
That's Colton Gillespie on the tackle for Altus. You got Cole Ashworth and Lima at the bottom of your screen. Connor Muldowney now the running back behind Tyler Harbin. Lima goes into motion. Half is to Connor Muldowney up the middle, fighting in the end. He is in for the Cache Bulldog touchdown. Connor Muldowney, the 4-yard touchdown run. Bringing this score 15 now to 0 over the Altus Bulldogs.
Really good drive. 11 plays before they punched that one in, and that's what Coach Griffin really wanted to see today from his offense.
Drive that started all the way back at the 23. 77-yard drive. 2 drives for Cache, 2 touchdowns. Shane Feedback gets set to kick the extra point here. 11:08 left to go in the Vincent Saylor State Farm second quarter. Here in Altus, Oklahoma, the Battle of the Bulldogs. So far, Cache, the superior Bulldog tonight, as Feedback kicks the extra point. It is going to be good. 16-0 now. Your score. The Cache Bulldogs lead this one here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Waste is dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We are a locally owned company. We're fast, professional, and affordable. High-quality customer service is our #1 focus, and we deliver every time. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Call or click today.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Watching Cash Bulldog football here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Cash Bulldogs add another touchdown. Now lead this one 16-0 over the Altus Bulldogs. We get set to kick another Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Come on, everyone. Let's go to Wayne's. Shane Feedback gets set to kick this one off. .11:08 left to go here in the second quarter. Cash Bulldogs 77-yard drive. Capped off by a 4-yard touchdown by Connor Muldowney. Short kick to the left. It's going to get in a tough spot here, and it bounces, and Cash is going to recover this one if they just fall on top of it. Cash will have the football. That ball took a really – as Shane Feedback with a beautiful celebration. He's like, I just hit the pitching wedge. There's a flag here on near the out the sideline. We'll see what that's about. There's one on the far side as well. I don't know if there was a fair catch signal for or what was happening. They didn't allow him to catch the ball. That might be it. Griffin's running out, trying to figure out what's going on. Right now it's Cash Bulldog football until we know otherwise. Innocent until proven guilty. We'll see what's happening. He walked away not happy, so I'm guessing this will be on the Cash Bulldogs. See what the officiating crew has to say about this. That ball took a really strange backward bounce.
Well, they always say footballs aren't round, so they're going to take them weird bounces. And I don't know if I've ever seen him call a fair catch or not, but
I think he did. I think that's what they were calling. I think they're calling that catch interference or something. So
he has if there's no fair catch, he has every right to go hit him.
The problem is he was kind of hidden back there, so I didn't see him. It's very well that he might have done that. In any case, it's the ref's call, so it will be the Altus Bulldog football. Yeah, that's what they called interference with opportunity for a fair catch. So wipe that turnover off the board. Shane Feedback, still nice job hitting the pitching wedge out there. Love that little celebration. Turning into quite the weapon for the Cash Bulldogs.
Best starting field position of the night for the Altus Bulldogs here. Getting the ball in Cash territory.
Number 3, Keithan Kellison in the backfield, along with number 21, Tucker Taft.
Kind of delayed getting the defense on there. Coach Griffin still pleading his case.
Yeah, he's not too happy with that one. We'll talk to him about that one later. Appreciate Coach Griffin. Always give us a lot of insight as to what's going on. Cash Public Schools treating us very well. Appreciate that, the Oklahoma Sports Network. We set to bring these games to you. Helps us in our broadcast. As Gribble again goes up under center, we should see more flex bone action here from the Altus Bulldogs. Number 6 goes in motion. The handoff is going to be right up the middle again this time. I think that's Colton Gillespie. Or Tucker Taft, excuse me, on the carry for the Altus Bulldogs. Gain of about 2 on the play. Bring up a 2nd 8 now for the Altus Bulldogs. Trying to actually put a little tempo, but I wonder if they're actually going to go with tempo here. Nope, they're going to look to the sidelines.
And things getting chippy at Cameron Stadium as they emptied the benches between Ike and Mack.
Oh, man.
Said there were no ejections, but a lot of pushing and shoving going on at Cameron Stadium.
Let's Gribble up under center for the Altus Bulldogs. Going to hand it. Fake it. Going to pitch it back. It's a bad pitch, and I think Altus is able to fall on top of that one. Dangerous pitch to number 6, Geezer Blufer, by Garrett Gribble.
As we mentioned in the pregame show, and they had a lot of trouble with that last week against Elk City, and that's the first time it's really bit them tonight, but it almost did and killed this promising drive.
That happens a lot in this offense. It doesn't matter. Even when Oklahoma's running back in the heydays with Jamel Holloway, Charles Thompson, those guys, They're going to put the ball on the ground 4 or 5 times a game, and they can still run it very well as long as you can get back on the ball.
Puts them behind the chains here on a long third down.
Another man goes in motion. He's going to drop back to pass. Those out to the left side. Nice job of fighting for the catch, and I think he's going to have a first down for the Altus Bulldogs. Really throwing that ball into traffic, but number 28, Nathan De Los Santos, comes up with the tough catch in the first down for Altus.
It's tough to recognize that as he comes out to block you no matter what on that play, and then he looks up and, oh, there's a pass to him this time. Tough to recognize that. Real good job by Ashworth to get his hand in there, but a better catch there.
Some positive momentum now for the Altus Bulldogs here on offense. They've got the ball all the way down to the 27-yard line of the Cash Bulldogs. As Gribble again up under center, puts a man in motion, hand up right up the middle of the Tucker Taft. He's going to fight all the way down to the 24-yard line, about a 4-yard gain, maybe 5 on first down. Tucker Taft, a talented senior. Gribble again goes up under center and backs off and looks to the coaches to get the read. Don't think they're changing anything here. We'll see. A lot of things going on the sidelines for the Altus Bulldogs. You see all kinds of signs coming in everywhere. Tucker Taft back behind Gribble. Man goes into motion. Going to be pitched out to number 3. Fights to stay in bounds. Cuts it back in. Going to be dragged down hard. Still fighting, though, all the way down to the 18-yard line. Wonderful effort there by Keith and Kellison of the Altus Bulldogs. Going to bring up a third and very short now inside the All-American Bank red zone.
Number 35, Alvin Rodriguez, kind of shaking up on the play there. Limps his way off to the sideline to get treatment, but seems definitely to be shaking up on that play.
Got some clock issues here.
Looked like giving him time to substitute. Referee kind of told me to leave. Looked like he made a motion to his arm, maybe blood, something like that. Get that all cleaned up and good to go.
Just under 8 minutes left to go here in the Vincent Saylor State Farm second quarter. Gribble again goes up under center. Puts number 28 in motion. The handoff again is to Tucker Taft. Fights forward, maybe gets right at the stick. I think he might be short.
That signals fourth down.
It's going to be about a half a football short.
This will be. I expect them.
We don't see a quarterback sneak here, and it will be. And I think he's going to have it. I don't know.
Ooh, it's going to be.
They gave him forward progress on the far side. He will have the first down. It looks like.
But
depends on who they're going to call for the mark here.
Referee on the near sideline might have it really interesting here. And
the far side guy even kind of moved in a little bit as well. He kind of moved backwards.
This is going to
bit.
be interesting here. We might need to call for a measurement.
I think they will. Yeah, they're looking at it pretty hard. They're going to say it's a stop for the Cash Bulldogs, and very authoritative at that. So there's no doubt about the fact that they stopped him there on 4th down and 1. So the Altus Bulldogs, the promising drive, turned away on 4th down by the Cash Bulldog defense.
And this Altus Bulldog sideline not very happy with the decision to not at least ask for a measurement, but don't have to. So it's a referee discretion right there. That's a big stop right there on 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak, like you said, and just turns it away.
I usually give the officials the benefit of the doubt. If he looks and sees that one, I think he says, that's definitely the other way. I think he's right. Usually they want to get that right. And so puts a man in motion. He's going to be handed off to Barry. Cuts up the middle. Going to be dragged down at the 24-yard line by a couple of Altus Bulldogs. Number 25, Eric Kirby, in on the tackle, along with a host of other Altus Bulldogs. See a lot of Sean Berry early in this game.
He'd mentioned to me trying to get different guys, different looks, some more touches this week, and Sean Berry's coming on strong so far here to start this game.
He'll be at the top of your screen. Connor Muldowney, the lone back behind Tyler Harbin. Leaving at the bottom of your screen. Berry goes into motion again. He's going to fake the ball to him. Connor Muldowney gets the ball up the middle. Met by some tacklers, but he's going to have an easy first down all the way up to the 35-yard line.
And that's the type of running you want. Didn't Dance just stuck his toe in the ground and got as many yards north and south as he could right there.
Talented junior for the Cash Bulldogs. Came on strong last year. So got number 20 here at the bottom of your screen. That's Logan Crawford, who's going to go into motion. He's Going to hand the ball again to Connor Downey. He's got a hole on the left side, breaks free. It's going to be a race down to the 30, to the 25, 20, 15, 10. Going to be dragged down at the 8-yard line.
What a run.
Big run by Connor Muldowney. He saw the hole and was just gone.
Same thing as I had just mentioned, just not a lot of dancing right there from Muldowney. Muldowney got it, took his hole when he seen it, and just exploded.
Bring up a 1st and goal now from about the 8 or 9-yard line.
Down in the red zone here.
The All-America Bank red zone. Cash Bulldog offense looking impressive tonight. Already leading this one 16-0. 6 minutes left here to go in the first half. The Vincent Taylor State Farm second quarter. As Muldowney again still in the backfield behind Harbin. Man goes into motion. Going to hand up. Now, this is not Connor Muldowney. I think that's Jack Vinyl on the carry, and it is. Number 32. Going to get down to about the 3-yard line. Good to see him back in there running the ball. The 5'9", 190 senior. Again, number 20 also getting a lot of gameplay early in this. Logan Crawford at the bottom of the screen as Harbin's going to sneak this one up the middle, and it's going to be just short down to the 1-yard line. What'll be 3rd down and goal.
I would look to see the same thing right here. They got that about a 4-yard push off of that.
Cash offense running the ball much better tonight.
Yeah, only thrown one pass so far tonight, and that was that swing pass on 3rd and long that did its job, picked up the 1st down.
The refs are going to call a timeout here. I don't know what's going on. Kind of the far side of the field from us. Thank you for joining us wherever you're joining us from tonight here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. There's a host of other games here on the network you can catch. Stay with us for the halftime show here in a minute. Brought to you by Phillips Music. We'll bring that to you the best we can with our setup that we have here. Harbin's going to sneak the ball. I think he's stonewalled. I don't think he's going to get in. I think he's still going to be short. So he'll bring up a 4th and goal.
We're going to run, that looks like number 1, Nicholas Johnson into the game off the far sideline. That'll be number 5, Braden Castro, pardon me.
Braden Castro comes in. Jack Vinyl also still in the game at running back. Little bowling ball running back. Harbin still up under center. Castro at the top of your screen. Host of receivers at the bottom. As Castro goes into motion, he'll have the handoff, cuts it wide. There's going to be nobody there. As he walks this one in for another Cash Bulldog touchdown, bringing the score 22 now to nothing to Altus.
That's Castro's 2nd touchdown run of the night. This one from about 30 yards less. First one for 31, this one for 1. But nonetheless, it'll be 22-0 pending the PAT.
He might be in play for the player of the game tonight. We will see here. Brought to you by Day Spring Church. Certainly got a chance. Not a game left. Shane feedback, except for the extra point. 4:15 left to go here in the second quarter. Cash Bulldogs in control. Picks up, and it's going to be good. 23 now, nothing. You're watching Cash Bulldog football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes, and then there is ours. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network as we get set for another Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. Come on, everyone. Let's go to Wayne. Cash in control of this game right now, 23-0, 4:15 left to go. Shane Feedback gets set to kick this one off. Got a few Guys back for Altus deep. I can't see. I think that's number 3, Keithan Kellison, standing on about the 3-yard line. Also Tucker Taft back there. Going to try the pitching wedge again. It is a fair catch signal for at the 32. Going to be caught there by number 13.
Oh, late flag. A little bit of a Emmy award-winning performance right there from one of the Bulldogs from Altus. Looks like it's going to be the flag. Probably going to be a late hit here on the Cash Bulldogs. Yeah, a little bit of embellishment there. But he drew the flag. That's what you got to do.
The Altus Bulldogs will have ball, decent field position again. Be just shy of the 50-yard line, I believe.
Real quick game tonight. That's only the 4th penalty we've seen tonight.
Also, we spot at just short of the 49. Good field position for the Altus Bulldogs. We had a good drive going last drive, but stopped short on 4th and 1. They did have a little momentum as Gribble brings the offense back out onto the field. Tucker Taft, the man behind Gribble, as 8 goes into motion. Tucker is going to get the ball, but nothing doing. Maybe gain of 1 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 9 now for the Altus Bulldogs.
Number 77, Marshall Blaine in the center right there.
Big 77.
With this Altus offense, you'll see the center get kind of sprawled out in a 4-point stance. And it's hard for him to do a lot of blocking, and that makes it easy for someone like Blaine to make a lot of plays up the middle here tonight.
So number 75, Kenneth Warmy. Number 59 also on the line. That's Richard Reith, the sophomore.
Then with Muldowney and Jones.
Yeah, so it looks like a 5-2 because they've walked him down to the ends there. The handoff again is going to be Tucker Taft. Nope, it's going to be kept by Gribble. Gain of about 3 on the play. Bring up a 3rd and medium now, 3rd and 5.
It's a good tackle by Braden Castro there. Gets him out in space, gets him wrapped up.
3:15 left to go here in the second quarter. Gribble looks to the sideline again for the Altus Bulldogs. Again, stay with us at halftime for the Phillips Music Halftime Show. Come back and get some scores from around the state. Check in on the network, see what's going on. Gribble drops back to pass. This time floats it up kind of high, tipped up, and I think he caught that ball. Wow. Number 22, Trent Carmen, the 5'11 sophomore, with an unbelievable catch. Ball gets tipped up on the air. He falls on his back, and it kind of falls into his chest, and he's able to come up with the catch. First down for Altus.
Impressive concentration right there. Still plenty of time left here for the Altus Bulldogs. Still 2:30 left on the clock.
Altus not known for their passing game. Really complete a couple passes here tonight. Hand up this time to Tucker Taft. Cuts it back up into the right side all the way down to the 30. Again, they've got another drive going. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for Altus.
About right here in this range is where it got stuffed last time. See if they can improve on that this drive.
You can see some positive things with this Altus offense. Again, they're very young, but there's some talent there, no doubt about that.
Number 79, Joe Brown, checking into the game. Give Kenneth Wormy some
give him a little bit
water,
of a breather
give him
here.
A breather.
22 goes in motion. He's going to get the pitch on the outside. Nice job of blocking out there. There is a flag, 2, 3, 4 flags. Connor Muldowney was begging for a hold.
Like I said earlier, you got to sell them somehow.
He was letting them know. We'll see if that's the call here. I believe that will be the call. Didn't see him ever actually signal the call, but yes, they're going to. It's going to be a hold on Altus. Bring up a 2nd now and 15 or so, I believe.
That's a drive killer.
That's tough.
With this offense. You can't get penalties. You can't get backed up into deep yardage.
Just under 2 minutes now left to go, 1:40 specifically. As the sun starts setting here in Altus, Oklahoma. See the mountains and the Air Force Base in the distance.
Don't you just love that pretty sunset in the western sky?
Love it. Purple and pink. I wish you guys could see it. It's beautiful. Handoff going to be up the middle this time. We're going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage. Bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Altus Bulldogs.
Number 72, Blake Burgess, checking into the game here for the Cash Bulldogs.
A lot of rotation on the defensive line tonight.
You know, they did a really good job of that these past 2 weeks, keeping guys fresh. A lot of guys going both ways, but a lot of guys staying fresh by getting a stint here and there, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
The man goes in motion. Gribble drops back to pass. Heavy rush by Madani on the backside and absolutely crushed and tipped away at the last minute. That Braden Castro again.
He thought he had the wheel route early out of the backfield. I've seen it early, and just Braden Castro with maybe the most athletic play I've seen in a while just lays back behind his head, tips that one away.
Good to see Gribble get up after that hit by Connor Downey on the backside as well. I'll bring up a punting situation out this drive killer with that penalty. 41 seconds left to go here in the first half.
That's one thing about Muldowney. Offensively or defensively, he's going to get there with bad intentions when he does.
Castro and Lima both back deep for the Bulldogs as number 21 Tucker Taft runs out onto the punt team for the Altus Bulldogs.
I'm going to have to burn a timeout here as it got late into the play clock.
And we're going to keep it here. On that one, you might just let that one go. I mean, you're sitting at the 37-yard line. Gives you a little bit of room. Clock isn't really a big problem right now with 40 seconds left to go. They're going to call timeout anyway. Just, still do some coaching. Say, hey, we got to get that lined up right.
Get you some Squirtle updates from around the network. We have Dell City up big over Booker T. Washington early, 20-0.
Surprise.
You have, not from the network, but the other big game you mentioned, Bishop McGuinness up 19-0 over Clinton early on.
Okay. Really like Bishop McGuinness, man.
Anadarko's up 14-0 over Elgin with 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Again, we'll see the Owls next week back at home for homecoming. Midwest City up 19-7 over Carl Albert.
That's a fun one.
That can't be right. Let me get you a score from the Ike Mack game. Score still said 8-0. Let me check on that one.
The Altus Bulldogs. Chavez back to punt. Castro and Lima both back deep for the Cash Bulldogs. 41 seconds left to go. We'll see if they're just going to play punt safe here and try to return this one. Ball's going to be kicked into the end zone, I believe. And it is. Going to bounce in the end zone. So it'll be a touchback. Cash Bulldogs will have 41 seconds to try to do something. We'll see if Coach Griffin tries to run a little bit of an offense here to score. Had some points on into the first half.
Number 58, Noah Smith, broke through there late. Only guy rushing almost got there.
Yeah, sometimes when you're playing punt safe and they let you go, you kind of take a look at it anyway, but you also know in the back of your mind when you watch film, coach will say, why did you do that?
Yeah.
That's always there. Still got to be disciplined. You play punt safe for a reason.
Cash Bulldogs have 2 timeouts to work with here.
As Harbin brings the offense out onto the field, Connor Downey back behind him.
And it's Max 16, Eisenhower 3 with 1:57 left.
As Downey gets the handoff up the middle. I think the ball's put on the ground, but let's see here. I don't know. Altus comes up with the turnover. 34 seconds left to go. That's kind of a killer right before half. You give them any positive momentum before half. Now, Cash will get the ball to start the second half after winning the coin toss and electing to defer for the second straight week in a row. But Altus is going to have the ball right outside the 20-yard line, right on the 20, excuse me. Muldowney put that one on the ground. There's an exchange between Harbin and Muldowney. See if Altus can capitalize on that. They do have one timeout left with 34 seconds, so they can run the ball a little bit here, but they've had some success passing the ball so far.
Yeah, they're 3 for 4 on the night.
And if up the middle, Tucker Taft done a really good job tonight trying to fight for anything he can get. Only going to gain about 2.
That's Vinall putting a helmet on the football, tried to free one loose himself, but makes the tackle.
Lionel quietly having a very good game for the Cash Bulldogs tonight. Scribble goes up under center again, puts a man in motion. Going to drop back to pass, and he's got a man open over the middle. This one's dropped by number 6, maybe knocked away, actually. Excuse me, by number 1. That's Nick Johnson for the Cash Bulldogs.
Altus sideline looking for pass interference there. That's a great play. That's great timing. Just hit him as the ball got there, swats it away.
Unfortunately, Gribble didn't see that he had a man in the back of the end zone. I think that was Brody Rogers back there.
I'm going to bring the field goal unit out here.
Trying to get some points is Mr. Chavez. This will be a 35-yard attempt with 8 seconds left to go here in the first half. Cash Bulldogs in control from start to finish of this one so far, 23-0. Chavez, the kick is up. It's going to be far enough, and I think it's going to be good. So Altus gets on the board right before half. 23-3 now your score. We're going to keep it right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We have 3 seconds left to go. As Altus gets some points. I believe that's their first offensive points of the year. The defense with the score last week. Chavez, nice kick right up the middle. Probably would have been good from 45. 35-yard field goal. Now the Bulldogs are on the board. Down 20 now. 3 seconds left to go as we get set for another Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Come on, everyone. Let's go to Wayne's. I might hit them up tomorrow before the OU game. Sounds pretty good. Also got my fantasy football draft tomorrow. Big day for me.
Got mine Monday.
Now, listen, I'm in an old school league. This will be blowing your mind. Touchdown only league.
Oh.
So it is a really, really tough league. You don't have any of the receptions, yards, none of that counts. So it's strictly touchdowns, field goals, have kickers and stuff. But it's only touchdowns. So
I was about to say,
tough.
Kickers are people too.
So you want to guess who got the first pick last year? It was me, and you want to guess who I picked? Just guess who I picked.
Christian McCaffrey, probably with the way you said that.
No, I picked Patrick Mahomes last year, and of course he had really not a very good year. Now again, my son loaded up on, I told you this before, Tampa Bay, Brady and Mike Evans and Gronk and all of those guys, and almost won the league.
Talk about a hit
First time playing.
Hit or miss week.
As we get set for kickoff, it's going to be a short kickoff here, and it's going to be fair catch called for by number 9, Alex Lima.
And
they're going to 1 second tick off the clock here. I think we'll probably just see.
Nothing should tick off the clock if you call it fair catch.
Yeah, I don't.
Clock shouldn't roll until the ball's touched, and a fair catch essentially blows the play dead right away.
And you are definitely right on, but probably going to be relevant at this point. Yeah, they're going to play this safe, it looks like. So looks like the Cash Bulldogs are going to take a 20-point lead into the half. Here in Altus, Oklahoma, Harbin's going to sit on this. 23-3 your score here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
In this day and age, insurance companies are everywhere. Most online with nothing but an app to tell you what's going on. That's where we're different. I'm Scott Watson with Legacy Insurance Group. We are a local team with smiling faces and firm handshakes. We are independent, which helps ensure you are getting the best rate always. We're here in person with a phone in our hands, ready to help you anytime.
Scott Watson, Legacy Insurance Group. Click or call today.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
sound of speed. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Are you ready to fist? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of beat.
One thing I always want to know is if this could also cheerleader. Because of liberal time, but also independent. Are they done? Never made it complete. You don't want to get too political. Or you'll get canceled by me. Just kidding. I don't do any canceling. It was a Trump. Yeah. Actually, no, just say him. Wait, what was our nickname for him? Oh my gosh, that was it. That was it. Wait, what's the person from Willy Wonka? The goggles guy. No. Willy Wonka is Johnny Depp. No, the one that was that TV kid. Yeah. That wasn't Willy Wonka. I don't know. But so, Go Giselle! Anyways, I also think it's independent. He said that whatever, like, is better, you know, at the time, of course. So honestly, he didn't say that black was better at the time. He did support.
Now for your halftime entertainment.
Oh my gosh, white glasses, the border glasses.
Under their band director, Jeff Hastings,
Yeah, should we get rid of that?
Blake DeLeo,
That was what's missing.
Jenna Foster,
That was what's
and
missing.
Jacob Willie.
Did you notice
We
that?
proudly present That Altus Band.
I didn't recognize it. I only know one thing.
Present to you That Altus Band.
That Altus Band is under the direction of Mr. Jeff Hastings, Mr. Blake DeLeo, Miss Jana Foster, and Mr. Jacob Willie. It's It's under the field direction of Altus drum majors Jenny Fan and Lexi Scott. The band's show tonight is entitled Way Out West. It features music from the good, the bad, and the ugly, the Magnificent Seven, and the Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks, and music from the popular TV show Yellowstone.
That's your Phillips Music halftime show. They now offer the area's most complete music lesson program. Almost every family of instruments is taught. Phillips Music, from lessons to repair and service to rentals at 107 Southwest Sheridan Road. Thank you for watching the Phillips Music halftime sponsor. Halftime show, everybody. We'll be back here in just a minute on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Do you have questions about your retirement? As a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, Waugh, Lavender & Associates can help. With the exclusive Confident Retirement approach, you'll work one-on-one with an advisor to develop a retirement roadmap to help get you where you want to go. Call us today.
Aw, look, how sad. Everybody but you has a debit card, and they're all out having fun, shopping, dining, feeling good. And here you are with crumpled cash and counting change. Not a good look, pal. Sounds like your wallet needs a friend. That friend is a PayMe debit card from Communication Federal Credit Union. Use your free PayMe card in apps, in stores, and anywhere you shop. You're good to go. Come into any branch and open your account in as little as 10 minutes or go to comfedcu.org. Communication Federal.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
In this day and age, insurance companies are everywhere. Most online with nothing but an app to tell you what's going on. That's where we're different. I'm Scott Watson with Legacy Insurance Group. We are a local team with smiling faces and firm handshakes. We are independent, which helps ensure you are getting the best rate always. We're here in person with a phone in our hands, ready to help you anytime.
Scott Watson, Legacy Insurance Group. Click or call today. Do you have questions about your retirement? As a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, Wall, Lavender & Associates can help. With the exclusive Confident Retirement approach, you'll work one-on-one with an advisor to develop a retirement roadmap to help get you where you want to go. Call us today.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where it is halftime. Cash Bulldogs lead the Altus Bulldogs 23-3. Thank you for watching the Phillips Music halftime show. It was a nice little show there by the Altus Bulldog Band. Cash Bulldog Band is here. We'll get to see them next week. I think even Elgin, I don't know, because of homecoming, I know Elgin will bring their band, and usually Cash allows the bigger bands to come. I know Elgin does have a pretty good band. By the way, our own cameraman upstairs, Adam Gutierrez, was, I think, a band director over there at one point, which is interesting, but he's a music guy. In fact, he's one of those band guys. He absolutely just loves music, and he's one of the favorite things about this guy doing the camera work is he likes the halftime shows, and appreciate him up there. Braving the elements. It's hot today. It's going to get cold at some point, and he'll be out there doing the very best he can anyway as we get set for the Cash Bulldogs to come out here in the second half. Very successful first half, though, so far for the Cash Bulldogs, JW.
Yeah, Cash really – besides for that late fumble, first 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, you get the one play, 31-yard touchdown run coming off the safety from Braden Castro, and then that long, sustained drive that Coach Griffin had been looking for, 11 plays, 1 pass, which was a pass in the backfield. Punched it in on a 4-yard run from Muldowney, and then another decent drive, 7 plays, goes 22 yards, and punch it in to make it on a 1-yard touchdown run from Castro, and then you have the fumble from Muldowney. Muldowney, who would call it on, balls drop on the fumble, and results in a field goal, and then takes the knee to end the half.
So we stand out 23-3 your score. As trying to get Scoredle to pull up some scores here. Look at some scores going on from around the state. Back in my hometown, Ada leads Ardmore, and so the saying there is Ardmore no more. Like that's Ada's up 14-0. That is in the second quarter. A game that I was really looking forward to. Bishop McGuinness up 26-7 over Clinton, who that's kind of a surprise. Elgin and Anadarko. Elgin now able to come back and tie that one up at 14. Blanchard up 6-0 over Noble. So the game is actually further along. Collinsville, a team that I see on the northeast side of the state, maybe having a chance. The comments to maybe make some noise here in Class 4A. Coweta and Wagner, that is a big one. Coweta coming off a big win last week. Hilldale, another team that's kind of overlooked, up 23-0 over Edison Prep. Piedmont up 28-8 over El Reno. Of course, MacArthur and Eisenhower 16-3 the score there. Mac leads that one at the half. Midwest City and Carl Albert in a tight one in the second quarter. Midwest City leading 19-14. And as JW said earlier, Del City all over Booker T, 20-0 in that game in the second quarter.
Kind of staying in the district. Guthrie all over Woodward, 28-0.
Saw that.
We'll see the Boomers, not this week or the next week during the bye week, but week 4, first week of district.
First district game will be at Woodward. Yeah, listen, if you're not going to make that trip up there, we will have that game for you. So we'd love to have you up there with us. But Marlow, another one, Marlow up over Chickasha 38-7. We'll see Chickasha as well. Weatherford and Kingfisher knotted up at 14. Elk City, who beat this same Altus team last week, up 22-0 over Bridge Creek. See if I can see another score. Perkins Tryon over Tecumseh 7-0. Altus Cash Bulldogs, very familiar with Tecumseh in the playoffs, facing the Savages a couple of years. Again, that Bethany over John Marshall is kind of surprising. Bethany up 28-0 over John Marshall. Cushing, a team that I absolutely love. I think they have a chance to win it all. Number 4 in the AP Press, up 35-0. They have the all-name team. The quarterback they had there, his name is Blaze Berlowitz. Also has a receiver on that same team, a guy by the name of Brody Berlowitz. A couple years ago, we got to watch them in Blanchard. Very young and sophomores. They are seniors. This is the year they've been pointing forward to. A lot of people are picking them to win it all this year, and so Cushing might have a chance up big over a Bristol team that usually makes the playoffs, up 35-0 there in the second quarter. As we got about a minute left until kickoff here in the second half, I think we'll see a lot more of what we saw in the first half. Probably if the game gets a little more out of hand, that's not to be sure yet. Cash, we'll get the ball to start this half off. If it gets out of hand, I think we might see some of the younger guys get a chance to play to get them some experience, JW.
Yeah, and he said that we've seen a lot of different guys get a lot of types of touches. Seen a bunch of guys coming out of the running back position, wings, just trying to get everybody a lot of reps, keep everybody fresh. Big one, you don't want to look over the second half, right? You're going to come out and play football, but looking into a big one next week against Elgin at home for homecoming.
As Elgin tied up at 14 with Anadarko.
The good thing is that you'll have a game on the Owls. That'll be game 2 for Elgin, game 3 for Cash. Cash already had, like you said earlier, that big jump from game 1 to game 2. Cash will have made that jump already and be able to keep improving.
Look at some scores from other classes in the state. I'll look at 3A here if I can.
What are you expecting from the Sooners tomorrow, Billy?
Put me on the spot. I would say, number one, what you're going to see from them. Last year, they started off with Tulane. Tulane was displaced because of the hurricane. Tulane made Norman a home game, and it was just kind of a weird game from the feeling from the get-go. And Oklahoma's they struggled with that Tulane offense, shutting them down. I think from the get-go, I don't know what we're going to see the Oklahoma offense. I imagine they'll be okay. The defense is what I'm really, really interested in. Venables is a defensive guy. Now, what I want to see is, can he make the plays, calls as a head coach? I know he could do it as a defensive coordinator, but at 50 years old, kind of an old guy for a new first-time head coach. But, man, the atmosphere at Oklahoma has just changed so very much. I would expect something along the lines of 52-10, something like that, 56-10. I don't think UTEP is going to score that much. Got to watch them a little bit last week against North Texas. Had a couple of good drives. I think they didn't get beat 31-13. They could have easily had 30 points in that game. Had a couple of drives stall out there. They do throw the deep ball well, so the secondary, though, you should be challenged quite a bit. There's a couple of other big games tomorrow. I know. Are you looking forward to your Texas Longhorns?
I'm excited. I am really excited. Bijan Robinson back. Some argue could be a Heisman favorite this year.
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy, and then getting to see the golden child come back home, Quinn Ewers. Highest rated recruit since, get this, Vince Young. Both quarterbacks are Texas quarterbacks.
How's that going to be with Arch Manning looming in the wings after the commit?
Hey, I will say I am glad that I will not have to make that decision.
That's going to be tough there again. And also something to note as well, in this college football season, last year as well, you don't have to redshirt right away. You actually have 4 games now that you can play in, which is pretty interesting. And I like the way they do that because it really is kind of discouraging that you work your way in, put a lot of work in, and then, oh, by the way, son, you're getting a red shirt. Now they give you 4 games, and so that's good. Oklahoma State, it was an exciting game last night. Got out a pretty historic first half, putting 44 points on the board, but, man, just hanging on to beat the Chippewas 58-44 as they came storming back, and really an onside kick away from making that a 1-score game.
And other Big 12 action, the Booth is jumping Kansas State up 28-3 over Tennessee Tech, driving once again, looking to punch one in before the end of the half.
You say Kansas State or Kansas?
Kansas,
okay.
the Booth.
Okay, you said Kansas State right there. So
my bad.
Okay, just checking. Oklahoma struggled with Kansas last year as well.
We don't talk about Texas, Kansas.
Beautiful. Have some really big games tomorrow. A lot of the big schools they usually don't play anybody week 1, but this is a season where right now, this weekend, where we'll have a game every day. There'll be a game Sunday night because it's Labor Day weekend. There'll be a game on Monday as well. NFL will kick off on Thursday of next week. As we get set for the Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne. I want to thank our third quarter sponsor, the Lawton Firefighter Association, proudly supporting the athletes from the communities we serve. Lawton Firefighters Association. As Shane Feedback gets set to kick this one off for the Cash Bulldogs. Oh, excuse me. They're going to be receiving. Chavez, excuse me. Both wear number 10.
Kind of a cool, breezy night here.
Yeah, it's cooled down a little bit. It's going to be a short kick. It looks like they're going to try to recover this, and Altus does pick it up and return it.
Flag down about the 50-yard line. Let's see what this call's going to be.
Let's see what the kick was. That was kind of a nice little setup play there.
That was Gazar Blufer recovered that. Flags everywhere now.
Yeah, there's some flags all over the place.
Everybody needs to throw their flag down too.
So it's fair catch interference because the ball was still in the air. Cash did call for a fair catch, so they have first play at that, I believe. Ball hits the ground, it's game on, but Cash Bulldogs will be in great starting position here. 36-yard line of the Altus Bulldogs. Leading this one by 20 as Tyler Harbin brings the offense back out onto the field. Gabe Diaz, Connor Muldowney at the bottom of your screen. Instead of receivers up at the top as well. As Muldowney goes into motion, he's going to get the handoff and get all the way up to down to the 31-yard line where it's going to be second in about 5 for the Cash Bulldogs. Tyler Harbin does a nice job of hiding that ball on the fake. Second and 5 now for the Cash Bulldogs.
Pretty good crowd made the trip for the Cash
Yeah, the Cash Bulldogs maybe a little bit late arriving, but they got here. Pretty much filled up the other sideline. Kind of interesting setup we talked about earlier as man goes in motion, stumbles a little bit. Muldowney does get the handoff, and there's a little bit of chippiness going on here by a couple of the players on both sides. But it's kind of an interesting setup as the Altus Bulldog band sits with the visiting team. So you've got bookending bands on the other sideline, right? Cash Bulldog on the south side, Altus Bulldog on the north side. I'd like to see the dueling bands. That'd be nice at some point, but the Cash Bulldog fans stuck in between them.
That would make your head hurt to be in the center of that.
It could be challenging. As Tyler Harbin puts a man into motion, he's going to hand the ball up the middle. Connor Muldowney has all the room in the world. Another 31-yard touchdown run, this time by Connor Muldowney for the Cash Bulldogs, taking the score to now 29-3.
And as I've complimented him on so much here tonight, Muldowney just such a hard runner, just gets it and sees his hole he has, and he just takes it, does not look back.
He is definitely a north-south type of guy. He does a good job of hitting the hole and seeing nobody there. They take the opening drive after the penalty. Couple plays and a touchdown for the Cash Bulldogs. Much more efficient offense tonight as opposed to last week against the Tuttle Tigers. The Shane Feedback gets ready to the extra point here. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is going to be plenty good. 30-3 now your score. You're watching Cash Bulldog football here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, the Cash Bulldogs lead the Altus Bulldogs 30-3 with 10:38 left to go in the Lawton Firefighter Association third quarter. Get set for another Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne's.
Gotta love Wayne's, a Lawton staple.
Been there for a long, long time. Again, I like number 20, Logan Crawford, out there again. He's doing his thing out there dancing around. Last week he's kind of the guy. He kind of brings the emotion to the team, and he's not afraid to show. You got to have a couple of guys like that. Shane Feedback gets set to kick this one off to the Altus Bulldogs. Keithan Kellison back deep, standing at the 2-yard line for Altus. I like Logan Crawford, man. I like that guy. Shane Feedback, kind of a mixed bag on the kickoff tonight, but he's going to put this one in the end zone as well, I believe, and it is another touchback for Shane Feedback.
You know, the defense this year for the Bulldogs, motto's bring the juice, and he does that. He brings the juice.
He definitely bringing something. Kind of reminds me of Elijah from last year. Elijah's the same type of guy, one of those energy guys out there. He's that, I've seen Elijah when he was a couple years ago. He's stepping in the playoff, and you hear Phil Collins in the air tonight, and then he did the Baker Mayfield drumming thing. I'm like, watch that guy tonight. I'm just telling you, watching him.
You need those guys.
You got to have those guys, and especially last week, Logan was doing a really good job on the sidelines when they got down to total, kind of keeping them pumped up a little bit. As Mr. Gribble goes up under center again for the Altus Bulldogs. He's going to pitch the ball out to the left to number 3, Keithan Kellison. Has some room on the far sideline. Nice little pitch and run. Keithan Kellison will bring up a 2nd and 5.
Alvin Rodriguez with a good block as the wide receiver position for Altus right there. Kind of allowed that to spring down the sideline.
As Gribble looks to the sideline again for the Altus Bulldogs. Bottom of your screen is number 23, Tyler Davenport for Altus. Also number 3, Keithan Kellison. Handoff is going to be right up the middle again. I believe it's Tucker Taft again. He's going to gain maybe 1 on the play. Bring up a 3rd and 4. Maybe 3rd and 3.
It's Joe Brown there in the middle. Seemed like he's going to have a little steam of momentum, and Joe Brown just caught him and said, get back over here. Caught him in the middle. Makes it 3rd and interesting here. You know, oddly enough, Altus has had quite success through the air here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a surprise. But they've thrown the ball efficiently tonight. He's trying to throw this one as well, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended. Can't quite see that number. That's number 20 or 28 there.
That's number 28. That's
Nathan De Los Santos.
Yeah. Kind of weird play. Looked almost like that reverse option, but great play right there on the edge from number 12, Connor Muldowney. Got to him, made it a pass forward right there, and it gets tricky there because if that was backwards, it's free game.
So Alan Chavez again back to punt for Altus. A couple men back for Cash deep. Braden Castro, Alex Lima. The dynamic duo. As Muldowney looked like he was going to put some rush on that one. The punt's high, going to hit short of the 50 and going to be down at the 48-yard line in Altus territory. So Cash will take over their second drive of the Lawton Firefighter Association third quarter, up 30-3.
Looks like some of the big boys from Cash there might have had a chance to get their hands on that, but decided better not. Just let them get it.
They kind of pulled off. Looked like Connor Downey definitely had a chance. He just kind of stopped.
Let them get it away. Don't want to rough or run into the kicker. Give them anything. Give them a gift.
And you don't want to rub it in 30-3 right now.
Yeah.
You're working on your offense right now. You're still trying to get Tyler Harbin a little more confidence. Have we seen him throw the ball tonight other than the Drake Jones?
No, that was his only pass of the night.
One pass tonight to Drake Jones, which he did complete as Barry goes into motion. There's going to be a flag. It's going to be a false start on the Cash Bulldog offense. Bring up a 1st and 15 now. Again, not as many penalties as we saw last week.
That's Cash's 5th penalty of the night for 55 total yards. Had 3 personal fouls in there. That's killer. Or at least could be when it comes later in the season. Obviously not affecting the Cash Bulldogs here tonight.
So 1st and 15 now for Cash.
That's number 30, Jarius Daniels in the backfield.
Barry goes into motion. Handoff is going to be up the middle to Mr. Daniels, who I don't think he's going to get anything.
Getting a little chippy here tonight.
Yeah, on the far sideline, there's a couple things happening over there as Tyler Miles finished off his block. Like that, the ex-quarterback. Coach Griffin really expects his receivers to block in this offense as Barry goes into motion. Holler's going to drop back to pass now. He's going to throw it deep, and he's got a man. It's going to be, I think they're just going to call that, feet kind of got tangled up a little bit, so no call on the play. Tyler Harbin with a nice deep ball, though. Maybe underthrew just a little bit. But they do take a shot down the field.
He had a step on his man, and good ball delivered, just got tangled up. Like you said, maybe slightly underthrown, but it's about really all you can ask for.
So bring up a 3rd down now for Cash. Gabe Diaz at the bottom of your screen. Mr. Daniels in the backfield with Tyler Harbin. Tyler is going to drop back to pass, and it's going to be, you got a man all over him everywhere. He's going to throw it and have a completion. Not much there. There's flags.
Wonder what this one could be. 2 flags thrown.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be on number 55 on this side of the field. Hunter Myers, he got tangled up with number 20, Logan Crawford.
Logan Crawford's there clapping his hands, but there's 2 separate flags. You got one on this side.
One on the far side over there.
It looks like 2 separate things. Guy in the middle's looking at the football when he throws his, and then obviously this near side referee looking at the.
So it could be offsetting. We'll see.
Entanglement between number 55. That's Hunter Myers for the Altus Bulldogs, and then as you said, number 20 Logan Crawford. And here comes our explanation. I think. Not quite yet. Let's discuss a little bit more.
There's a legal man downfield. I don't know what the other call was.
And that's tough because you set up the screenplay and then he takes it and tries to run around, and then, there's a receiver.
So you got a bunch of linemen running downfield. Yeah. That's the problem there. I think they're going to decline that, though. They'll bring up a 4th down if they decline it. Legal man downfield is the call against the Cash Bulldogs. It will be declined. 4th down now, punting situation. Well, there's a personal foul also on Cash. And both sides, which is offsetting, so it will be. Oh man, love it! I love these refs. They had that. They nailed it down. They got that right. I love watching I love watching the officials. They put a lot of work into this as well.
Doing the Macarena right there. Looks
It's,
like.
Yeah. The Cash Bulldog offense is on the field as Altus punt returner has to come up.
Long explanation here.
I think Griffin might have thought it might have reset to third down, but I think that's why you had him out there. But this is going to be a punting situation for the Cash Bulldog, which is smart. No need to take any chances. Up by 27 points. It's Drake Jones, the punter for the Cash Bulldogs. Colton Gillespie on the bottom of the screen for the Altus Bulldogs. As Drake gets the punt away, and it's a nice high kick. Going to take a good bounce. Might almost hit a guy, and so I think the Altus Bulldog picked up. Got a lot of room up the sideline. There's going to be a push in the back, so he's going to be irrelevant where he gets to.
That's coming way back, and had a block on the back, and maybe even a late hit out of bounds, kind of hit him on the sideline there.
8:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Cash leading this one 30-3 over the Altus Bulldogs. Both teams 0-1, trying to get their first win of the year.
Now, it should be from the spot of the foul here, so.
Correct.
Should be bringing this way back, but I think that's what they're discussing right here.
The Cash Bulldog defense is heading that way. I saw a flag in the middle of the field as well. I don't know if it's for the same thing or not. So just when we say it's been a pretty easy on the flags start flying.
Commentator's curse. Lengthy discussion here over the flags.
Thank you for joining us wherever you're joining us from tonight here on the Oklahoma Sports Network at the Rock in Altus, Oklahoma. Billy Palmer along with J.W. DeSilver. Adam Gutierrez, Caleb Hannibast, also helping out on the broadcast tonight. As we await the officials here and the official call. We'll get some scores here in just a minute. Figure out what this call is. I don't mind them taking a little time as long as they get it right. The officials coming over to talk to the Altus coaches. Also going to the Coach Griffin on the far sideline to give an explanation. Because there were two flags, one in the middle of the field about the 32-yard line, then one around the 20 or so on the near side. Here we go. Here we're getting an explanation right now. Personal foul on the Altus Bulldogs.
And I like this. Coach Griffin's calling his players in, letting them know, let's be smart here, guys. You know, oh, he's ejected. He is disqualified from the ball game. Can you get a number on that?
I didn't get to give a number.
I don't know if you see anybody running off.
No. 55.
Usually an ejection, don't want to speculate, but usually a disqualification is.
That is Hunter Myers walking off the field.
And, you know, you'd seen him and Hunter Crawford getting this altercation earlier with the offsetting already.
Sure, some frustration probably involved in that. You did a fantastic job saying Griffin bringing the guys to the sidelines, saying, hey, guys, let's get this under control. Can't let this get out of hand. There's listen, you can have emotions in the game, but it's about having control.
Especially, as I said, you're up here by 27. You got a big game next week at home against rival homecoming. They're looking forward to district play. If it's too bad, you sit 2, and then you sit for Woodward week 1 of district play.
Yeah, you definitely can't play with any type of short roster going into district play. You want them certainly for the Battle of the Wichitas next week. Again, we'll have that live for you. The Oklahoma Sports Network starting 6:30 pregame kickoff, 7 o'clock. Can't make it out to Ulrich Stadium. As Gribble pitches the ball out with 2 hands, kind of an odd pitch there, and Keithan Kellison does all he can to gain a couple out of the play. Bring up a second and long for the Altus Bulldogs.
things getting interesting at Cameron Stadium as Ike took the opening kickoff of the second half back. I think it's 16-9.
One-score game. Cameron Stadium. Winner of that game will have a chance to win the city championship. As Gribble drops back to pass. Again, finds Keith and Kellison open. Kind of fumbles it a little bit, but makes the catch. Gets up to the 17-yard line, 18-yard line. Going to be about 2 yards short, so third and very short, which is a perfect situation for the offense that they run. The flex mo. Tucker Taft behind Mr. Gribble. Keith and Kellison also offset to the right. 22 goes in motion, moves out to the left. Gribble looks to the sideline, gets the call. Going to pitch it out to Keith and Kellison on the left side. It hits the ground, but Keith and Kellison picks it off the turf and going to be corralled for a big loss. Bring up another fourth down, another punting situation for Alan Chavez and the Altus Bulldogs.
That's a great play to even get back on the football right there. Seen a couple times tonight to him that he's made a great play to even get the football back for his team. And then Braden Castro at the initial contact slows him down enough to let the host of Cash Bulldogs make the tackle.
Alex Lehman, Braden Castro back deep. Going to be standing at about the 45-yard line or so as Alan Chavez stands on his goal line. Take a little extra time to get that. But it's a good high-hanging punt. Hasn't been really getting a good bounce tonight. It's going to be down at the 37-yard line. That's where the Cash Bulldogs will take over, up 27.
Got some more laundry on the field, about the 24.
6:06 left to go here in the third quarter.
Be interesting to call it holding on the return, so Cash will still get the football but be 10 yards deeper than it originally would have been.
Still will be in Altus territory to start this drive.
Cash defense has done a really good job tonight, besides for the one offensive miscue which led to a real field goal. It's done a great job.
The ball will be at the 48-yard line of Altus. Cash starting again in Altus territory.
4 of the 8 drives tonight have been started.
Yeah, I was going to say probably about half of them.
Over in Altus territory.
Harbin still in at quarterback. Puts a man in motion, hands it up to Mr. Daniels up the middle. I think there's any gain on the play there. Maybe one. They're being generous.
As you mentioned, battle the Bulldogs here, but only, call it 45 minutes separating these two teams. A lot of chippiness coming out, as you mentioned, could possibly happen.
Yeah, these guys definitely know each other. They've been playing each other for a while. Drake Jones back in on the offense for the Cash Bulldogs. Cole Ashworth also on the far side, along with Nick Johnson. Gabe Diaz at the bottom of the screen.
White Hat sent a player out. Don't know for why, but sent one out. Now he's going to run them back in. Now you got 12 on the field. There we go. Got it sorted out here.
We're going to reset the play clock and run it now. Drake Jones behind Tyler Harbin.
Kind of a tight formation here.
As the ball is handed off on the far side to number 3, who initially escapes the tackle, but then he's absolutely flattened. That's number 3, Than Wallace, the 5'6" senior.
Laying the boom right there was Colton Gillespie.
That often happens when you spin out of a tackle like that, and you just kind of open yourself up. And it looks bigger because he's a little small. He's 5'6". Wallace goes into motion again. This time Tyler Harbin's dropping back to pass. He wants to throw deep again, and he's got a man, but the coverage is tight over there, and Nick Johnson makes the catch. Oh, my. Wow. Unbelievable. The coverage was extremely tight, but Nick somehow able to come away with the touchdown.
You've heard of the prayer Jordan Hare. Looks a lot.
Excuse me, that was Kenyon Hayes.
Looks a lot like it right there. You get the deflection, just great concentration there to reel that one in for a touchdown.
Give Kenyon Hayes his due. That was Kenyon Hayes, the 5'10 junior. Really kind of thrown into tight coverage. It's just kind of going to be up for grabs there. And Kenyon Hayes, he won that battle. Cash now leads this one 36-3. Same feedback is set to kick the extra point, and kick is going to be up and good. 37-3. Now your score. The Cash Bulldogs lead this one here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
The unbelievable catch by Mr. Kenyon Hayes with the Cash Bulldogs up 37-3. As we get set from the Wayne's Drive-In kickoff here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Kenyon Hayes with this, the unbelievable one-on-one grab. Tyler Hart with another touchdown pass here tonight. Gives him now 3 on the season. Throwing a couple against Tuttle. Shane Feedback gets set to kick this one off. Just under 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Shane Feedback again puts this one through the end zone. What a weapon he's been so far for the Cash Bulldogs this season.
And that can become a weapon when you don't
That's
got to
huge.
worry about defending a return.
Because most of the time the high schools are going to have their speediest playmakers back there. So you keep the ball out of their hands. That's dangerous things happen on special teams returns. The Altus Bulldogs will take over at the 20 here with 4:52 left to go. And again, I don't think, is anything supposed to come off the clock there either?
No, it's not.
Yeah, so they've,
it's supposed to start
okay,
when.
so 3 seconds came off the clock there. $37-3. The score here now at the Rock. Ball handed up the middle. Again, that's Tucker Taft. Nice job fighting. That young man really fights. Gained about 3 yards on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 7 now.
You know, I want to give a little love to Alex Liam out there holding the PATs. It goes unnoticed. It made a great job to pick a low snap off the turf and put it down. As a holder, you go unnoticed unless something goes wrong.
That's absolutely right. You do a good job if nobody knows your name. That's how it goes. As Gribble's still in at quarterback for Altus. They're definitely showing some improvement on offense as from last year. And big hole for Tucker Taft. Runs over a guy, but...
Oh! Referee kind of joining the pile there.
Referee, yeah, took a little hit there. It's going to go down. I think he's okay. Got a little limp going on there. Hope he's all right. Altus Bulldogs have a first down. 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter.
Elgin's taking a lead. Scored 21 unanswered points over Anadarko.
Elgin's woken up a little bit and now has a lead. We'll see him again next week. Hand off again up the middle of Tucker Taft. This time the Cash Bulldog defense ready. Still fighting, though. Just doesn't go down. Going to gain 3 on the play.
Marshall Blaine running off once again, just wrecking havoc up front right there.
We're going to have to pick a player of the game at some point, and I've got a couple of things in mind. Talk about that during one of the commercial breaks. There's definitely a couple of candidates for sure. Dribble again up under center for the Altus Bulldogs. Going to put a man in motion and hand the ball again up the middle. Tucker Taft, heavy dose of Tucker Taft so far this quarter. Very short game. Bring up a 3rd and 6 now, I believe, for the Altus Bulldogs. Down by 30.
Number 58, Noah Smith, in on the tackle. And it's been a great performance from this front 7 from the Cash Bulldog defense tonight.
34-point deficit for the Altus Bulldogs as Gribble looks to the sidelines again. Nice job of being disciplined again by this Cash Bulldog defense against this flexbone offense of Altus. There's a pitch. There's no man on the pitch. Man, the ball's put on the ground, and Cash comes up with the turnover. And guess who it is? That's Connor Muldowney for the Cash Bulldogs. Having a big game tonight.
Talked about having trouble on the pitch, and that one didn't look like the quarterback's fault. It looked like he just hit him in the hands, kind of mistimed it, with the lights. And
they had an ideal situation because there was only one guy out on the quarterback and the pitch man. So just kind of shot in the foot there by the Altus Bulldogs. Cash Bulldogs take over at the 33-yard line of Altus. Again, starting in Altus territory after the turnover this time. 2:21 left to go here in the third quarter. Cash trying to secure their first win of the season. Altus in their first home game also trying to do the same.
And as mentioned previously, this will break a 9-game losing streak for the Cash Bulldogs.
And up the middle this time, too, number 14. Braden Kavanaugh for the Cash Bulldogs.
And, even if something like that's not talked about, these players know, they understand, get back in the win column. First time in a year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But just a starting point for this Cash team this year, as Coach Griffin told me.
Tyler Harbin still in the quarterback. Braden Kavanaugh behind him. Couple men getting some newer players up there. As Harbin fakes it and going to keep this one himself. Makes a 2 or 3 men miss.
Oh.
Some shiftiness there by Tyler Harbin. Going to get all the way down. Make this about a 3rd and 2.
First time this year we've really seen that wrinkle in the offense, and looked good right there. Danced his way for a pretty good gain. Wouldn't be surprised to see quarterback sneak right here on 3rd and short.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance we'll see that. So the man goes into motion, going to be handed off to number 15, who cuts it to the outside. Next, another man miss, cuts it inside, and another touchdown for the Cash Bulldogs.
Kyrie Coleman finds a way on 3rd and short, breaks that one, 26 yards.
Special K, Kyrie and Kenyon getting into the end zone this quarter for the Cash Bulldogs. Score is now 43-3. We get ready for the extra point here.
This second half really gone all Cash's way here. You had the one driver, he had a punt, but besides for that, really all your way all the time.
23-3 the score at halftime. It's 43-3 right now. Possibly going to be 44-3. If Shane Feedback can convert this extra point. Kick is going to be up, and it is going to be good again. The score now 44-3. Cash Bulldogs in charge here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
You ever have a meal so good you want to dance? If you haven't yet, you will. At Gangnam Style Korean Barbecue, that's our goal. We serve only the best in Korean cuisine. We've got several different flavors of bulgogi and fried rice, premium fish plates, and sushi. Our customers love us, and you will too. Check out our menu and even order online. Come on in, and we'll show you how we do it Gangnam Style.
44-3. Now your score here at the Rock and Altus, Oklahoma. Cash leading this one 44-3. Still in the third quarter with 1:07 left as we get set for another Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Come on, everyone. Let's go to Wayne's.
I made a trip to Wayne's this week, Billy, and normally you think of Wayne's, for the drinks and the hamburgers and the hot dogs, but I like a nice Wayne's Wizard every once in a while.
Okay, yeah.
Oreo is my one of choice.
Okay, yeah. There's a reason they've been around for so long. They've got a lot of staples that's what I like about them. There's a lot of people said my favorite is this. There's got a lot of people who got different favorites. Shane Feedback gets set to kick this one off. Another deep kickoff. I don't think this one's going to get in the end zone. Yep, they're going to let it go in the end zone as well. Another touchback by Shane Feedback. Unbelievable tonight.
Oh, there you go. Did you see it? Got the golf swing working once again right there.
He's a scratched golfer right now out there. He's
not every kickoff, but every kickoff that he's attempted to hit it back out of the end zone, he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 or 3 pooch kicks, but besides for that, really, anytime he's wanted to, he's put it in the end zone for a touchback.
Really, really impressed with Shane. Before the season said, I've got a lot more confidence this year. He said this team overall has a lot more confidence. It's obvious with him. You can tell he's put in some time, the soccer player as well. Cash. Mr. Gribble still quarterback for the Altus Bulldogs with 1:07 left to go in the third quarter. And off up the middle. Nowhere to go at all. Cash Bulldogs again. The stop. This time number 25 on the carry for the Altus Bulldogs. That would be Eric Kirby. Pick up a 2nd and 10 now.
Number 3 right there for Altus. That's
Keith and Kellison.
Kellison kind of motioning to the sideline like, hey, coach, let's throw the football right here,
He wants to, doesn't he?
He wants to. Done it efficiently so far tonight.
It's official timeout here. I think one of the
got a cramp.
Yeah, down the offensive line. The timeout. We're going to take it with them here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
From Medicine Park to Elgin to Chickasha, communities big and small thrive on the ability to connect. Whether out in the country, shopping downtown, at home, or work, communication is the cornerstone of our lives, allowing us to go from point A to point B in the blink of an eye. It's the common thread linking our lives together. You need a partner that will stay on top of technological changes while providing services that exceed the common standard. Our desire every day is to improve and expand the way you connect. We're Hillary Communications, your local service provider. Check out the new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One. Our huge showroom is filled with the latest in home flooring and stocked with all your project needs. Come in today and see what you've been missing. The new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One, directly behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road. Experience the new Westside Carpet One. Our showroom is filled with the latest floor covering and interior design trends, and our experienced staff will make your satisfaction a priority. The all-new Westside Carpet One, behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, number 74, A.J. Hughes for the Altus Bulldogs is fine after getting that cramp stretched out. It will be second down now for the Altus Bulldogs. 20 seconds left to go and ticking here in the third quarter. Mr. Gribble again, still the quarterback for the Altus Bulldogs. Garrett's done a good job this offense.
Looks like they might be content just letting this one roll.
Yeah, I think this will end the third quarter here. The play clock and lines up with that. So that's how we end the third quarter here in Altus Oklahoma Cash Bulldogs in total control, 44-3 over the Altus Bulldogs. Hang with us. We'll be back in just a minute on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network and Altus Oklahoma to get set for the Arvest Bank fourth quarter. Arvest Bank, 16 community banks in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Kansas offering banking, mortgages, credit cards, and investments. Check out their convenient drive-thru in Cash. Cash leads this one 44-3 in the Battle of the Bulldogs.
Bulldog Bowl.
One word that comes to my mind. Are you a wrestling guy? Do you ever do wrestling?
Yeah.
So, British Bulldog. That's when I think of the Bulldog. That's who I think of. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Still second down now for the Altus Bulldogs as we begin this fourth quarter. So Cash is going to get their first win tonight. Altus still trying to get some growth. Pitch to the outside. Got some room all the way up to 25-26. Going to be run out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That's Keithan Kellison, number 3 for the Altus Bulldogs.
We got a flag on the
There's
play.
another flag, though, in the backfield.
You usually know what this one is when it's
Yeah,
going
usually
back
going to be
there.
a hold back there. We'll see.
Oh. No.
But they're marching against Cash.
Looks like he's signaling for a personal foul.
Personal foul on the Cash Bulldogs. Take the ball all the way up to the 47-yard line. First down for Altus. 11:55 left to go here in the fourth quarter. A beautiful night for football here in Altus.
Little clarification. The ejection earlier might not have came from a punch, but the new rule is if you get 2 personal fouls.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or 2, I get aggravated personal fouls. Not a face mask, but aggravated.
Right. Yep. Handoff again up the middle to number 25. That's Eric Kirby on the carry. Going to bring up a second and short. Nice gain on first down. Altus still trying to play for momentum going into next week. I mean, you're always looking. You're just trying to get better every week. Coach Griffin before the game, he said, Billy, they're going to get better every single week. Kind of fortunate to catch them maybe early in the season. He said by the end of the season they should be rolling.
Staying in the network, Altus is going to be making a trip on a Thursday night to Cameron Stadium to take on the Eagles of Eisenhower.
As the pitch goes out to the right. Nice pitch there and a lot of room on the far side. Cuts it in, got out of the first down. Sean Berry with the tackle.
And, for Cash here, you're starting to see a lot of more of your 2s and your 3s come in the game and just not quite as disciplined as that first. So you see that edge opening up. But there's a reason you play these guys. These guys got to get reps too,
De Los Santos on the first down carry for Altus. We see number 17 again, Kenyon Hayes at the bottom of your screen, getting some time here on defense.
Quite a few substitutions here.
Yeah, there's That's okay. You want to see that. Pitch goes out to Keith and Kellison on the left side. Cuts it in. Going to be tackled by a couple of guys, number 20 and number 38 for Cash.
38's Ben Angel.
Oh, okay. Angel, yeah. So
Angel.
So
well, there's an I in there. So.
Yeah, family of they seem to have guys here quite often.
Sorry about that one.
Okay, they're Bizet brothers. I believe both of them have been kickers, from what I understand. Very athletic guys. Also Logan Crawford again, and on the tackle as well. Hand off right up the middle to Kirby. Nice job fighting. Maybe, let's see, spot him just short. It looks like maybe this guy over here has got a further spot on the near sideline. Looks like it's going to bring up third and short now for Altus as they're trying to punch in their first offensive touchdown of the season. They're going to have the first down on the quarterback sneak. Going to Cash Bulldogs trying to break a 9-game losing streak. Going to get that taste out of your mouth. Gives you some confidence going into the Elgin game next week.
Funny enough, the last win for Cash was 49-0 against Altus last season, and then
I remember it all too well, my friend. Start off the season with the win against El Reno at home, beat Altus, and then kind of fell apart.
Coach Griffin seems really optimistic about this group.
He loves this team. Yep. Gribble keeps it. Got some room on the outside edge, but again, look who it is. That's my man, number 20, Logan Crawford, makes the tackle.
You know, Gribble's pitch man kind of got ahead of him there.
Yeah, he didn't know where to pitch to.
Nobody to pitch to. Had to kind of improvise and just take it himself.
Bishop McGinnis all over Clinton, 39-7 in the third quarter. Kingfisher leads Weatherford 24-14. Ada blanking Ardmore 21-0 right now. As again, the pitch is to the outside. Keith Kelson's got all kinds of room. Can he make it? Runs over a man, fights down to the 3. Big gain on the play for Keith Kellison. Bethany up over John Marshall 34-0. Elk City all over Bridge Creek 36-0. Marlowe over Chickasha 38-7.
Interesting note right here. For a while now, Ada has had control of the most state titles in 11-man history. Jinx is now one away.
So Bixby now has 50 straight. Ada had 42 straight back in the early 90s.
Wagner held the record most recently at 48.
As Altus gets on the board with the touchdown run, cutting the lead now to 44-9. First offensive touchdown of the season of the Altus Bulldogs. The home crowd loves to see that here. By the way, great crowd that has stayed the entirety of this game supporting this home team. Certainly appreciate that. Cash Bulldog fans also still in full force on the far sideline as Chavez gets set to kick this extra point to try to cut this one to 34-point lead with 7 minutes left to go in the ball game. Cashman does jump off sides on the far sideline. That's my man again. Just so amped up, man. Just wants to go, go, go.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Basically no harm, no foul. They're just going to try to kick this one anyway. Low snap right across the ground. Nice job again by the holder. Be able to put that one down to make the extra point try successful. 44-10, now your score here at Altus, Oklahoma. We'll be back in just a minute here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We are celebrating.
Here at Pam and Barry's team, we've been helping you through the real estate process for more than 20 years.
We want to thank you for choosing our team to help you.
We sold our house at full asking price, and it took less than about a week to get our full asking price with Pemberry.
Don't go at it alone.
Let us handle it all here.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, get set for another Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. Come on, everyone, let's go to Wayne. As Altus cuts this one to 44-10 now. I know who you're laughing at, Mr. Logan Crawford out there. You don't have to even look. I don't have to know what number it is. Logan Crawford out there. You know about bringing the juice. That guy has got energy, man. He's out there dancing. Still out there. Look at him. I want to see him get his hands on this. I want to see what he can do with it. I suspect they might try to kind of pooch kick this one, but we'll see. As Alan Chavez tees it up for the Altus Bulldogs, down 34 with 7:11 to go in this ball game. Harvest Bank fourth quarter. Appreciate their sponsorship. It's going to be a short high kick. Oh, and put on the ground, and I think
he got it back. He got it back. Jumped right back on
forward
top
momentum
of it.
just kind of carried him to it. And it's Kenyon Hayes again. He'll come up with the ball. So Cash will take over.
You hate to see the muff, but great play by Hayes just to jump right back on top of that, you know.
There's a chance we might see another quarterback in the game. Now let's see here. I think they might put Tyler Miles in. I could be wrong.
Do not see Miles in the game. It's going to be number 43.
43, an unusual number for a quarterback.
Caden Hance in at quarterback.
Nice job on the outside there by number 3. Down the far sideline. It's going to be pushed out of bounds into Altus territory. That was, again, number 43. Camden Hance. Love that number for a quarterback, the sophomore. Probably giving Tyler Miles, also a senior, a break.
Great run right there by Wallace.
Yeah, I think Wallace did a nice job. Got some speed. 5'6". Daniel's in the backfield. Behind Mr. Hance. Puts a man into motion. Hance is going to hand the ball up the middle to Mr. Daniels, but this is blown dead before it even starts.
Yeah, false start over on the far side by the receiver. Kind of got a jump there. First, I thought the referee was going to let it go. It happened right in front of him.
Yeah.
Didn't want to blow it dead, but.
Marching back 5. Again, you're going to see some penalties like that with some new guys playing in the game. So Wallace and Daniels in the backfield behind Mr. Hance. Kind of split formation, a little bit offset as number 23 goes into motion. Handoff again up the middle to Mr. Daniels. Going to be met by a couple of tacklers. Maybe a gain of about 3 on the play, bringing it up to a 2nd and 12. So Jarius Daniels getting some time, the 5'7" junior.
All in all, great performance from the Cash Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is what you wanted tonight. You wanted a domination type of game, and that's what they're getting.
Said it a lot tonight. Let's have an interesting matchup next week.
Yeah, really excited for the Battle of the Wichitas as there he is again, Than Wallace, the 5'6" running back / receiver. As Elgin now in total control at Anadarko, 33-14. So the Battle of the Wichitas ought to be a good one. We'll have that here for you on the Oklahoma Sports Network at Old Rick Stadium next week. Pregame 6:30 p.m., 7 o'clock kickoff. If you can't make it, join us on air. Join us on the app. If you got somewhere else to be, you can always pull us up on the app on your phone. If you're like me, when I'm traveling, I'm doing other things. I'm making sure I've got a game on if I can. I even watch games if you want to watch them. They are archived for up to a year after the original air date. As again, Jerry Daniels gets the ball middle. Nice, tough run here. Dragging a bunch of guys. Still going all the way down to the 40-yard line for a Cash Bulldog first down.
As you see, both teams now kind of running subs in and out. Want to get their young guys some varsity experience. Get their feet wet a little bit,
4:10 and ticking here in the Arvis Bank fourth quarter. As number 14, Braden Kavanaugh in the backfield with Than Wallace. Mr. Hance at quarterback now, again for the Cash Bulldogs. Puts a man into motion. He's going to hand the ball off to Than Wallace. Escapes a tackler, cuts it up the middle, and look at the speed, dragging guys again for another Cash Bulldog first down. Than Wallace with a burst of energy coming into this game.
Than Wallace, as you stated, only 5'6", 145, but
slippery.
Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
Short but slippery, and do not let him get the green grass. He's shown twice here already. Give him open space, and he will explode.
I like what we see from him. And Coach Griffin will tell you, he finds out in these games, especially the games when they get like this, those extra guys that can help you down the line, that you can get in there when you need another body. Half again, too. Mr. Wallace on the outside. Not quite able to escape the tackler this time. Be dragged down to the 24-yard line. By number 14 for Altus. Under 3 minutes now left to go in this game. JW probably going to head down and talk to Coach Griffin. I think we're in full agreement for our player of the game. The Day Spring Church player of the game, Mr. Connor Muldowney. Connor Muldowney kind of did it all tonight. Offense and defense both. Really stepped it up. The ball handed up the middle to number 14. Drags another tackle or two inside the 5-yard line. Inside the All-America Bank red zone. Cash Bulldogs bring out a whole bunch of new guys here. Basically replace the entire offense, which is quite interesting to do. Just under 2 minutes now left to go. They're just bringing out the starters to play safe. They're not going to add another score on the board here. It's Coach Griffin's just going to be a good sportsman and go ahead and take this win 44-10. As Harbin sits on the ball. Clock continues to run. They should be able to run out the clock. No problem here. Cash is going to go to 1-1 on this season. Altus falls to 0-2. Heading into next week against Elgin. The Battle of the Wichitas. Cash and Elgin will both have a victory on the board as Elgin's going to beat Anadarko tonight at Anadarko. Setting up a really fun game next week. I can't wait for that one. Always a good rivalry. Going to be homecoming as well for the Cash Bulldogs. We will have all the homecoming activities that we can carry here on the Oklahoma Sports Network for you. As Harbin sits on this one again, bringing it now down to under 1 minute. After this, we'll have a short break, a couple commercials, come back, talk a little more, and then JW is going to have an interview with Coach Griffin after this victory. We'll pack it on up and head back to the great city of Lawton, Oklahoma. As the Cash starters are trying to get the fans kind of pumped up here, saying we've got our victory here. As we're going to take one more kneel down by Tyler Harbin. That's how we will end this game. Cash wins 44-10, breaking their 9-game losing streak, going to 1-1 on this season. We'll be back here in just a minute on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Back here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, we're wrapping up a 44-10 victory over the Altus Bulldogs. Billy Palmer along with J.W. DeSilver, Caleb Hannabass, Adam Gutierrez up top. 44-10 the win as we head into next week against Elgin, the Battle of the Wichitas in Ulrich Stadium, as the Cache Bulldogs doing kind of a tradition now where they're going to the far sideline, and here standing with the band and the playing of the fight song. Some scores from around the state. Ada up 28-0 over Ardmore. Third quarter, 6 minutes left to go in the game. Bishop McGinnis all over the Red Tornadoes from Clinton, 46-14. That game in the fourth quarter. And a battle of two Goliaths. Wagner leading Coweta 7-6 in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. MacArthur has finally taken a 28-9. Looks like a pretty convincing lead over the Eisenhower Eagles. Elgin again leading in at Arco 33-14. Midwest and Carl Albert all knotted up at 25. Piedmont up over El Reno 35-8. Del City all over Booker T 27-6. El Reno again kind of having a couple tough seasons after losing Mr. Downey, who is at Oklahoma now. We get set here for JW to get Coach Griffin to get some words after this game. Your final is 44-10. Cache beating the Altus Bulldogs. Cache going to 1-1. Altus falling to 0-2 on the season. So we can catch some more 4A scores as well from around the state. Appreciate you joining us wherever you joined us from tonight here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We certainly appreciate you wherever you're watching from, whether you're in the state, maybe you're overseas. I know we have some overseas watching and some in other states watching as well. Certainly we do this for you. We want to thank all of our sponsors for getting us the opportunity to bring this broadcast to you. Elk City up 36-0 over Bridge Creek. Guthrie all over Woodward, 50-0 in the fourth quarter. The Collinsville Comets up over Oologah. It's a final now, 41-21. Broken Bow leads Durant 30-6 in the fourth quarter. Bethany all over John Marshall, 41-6. Hilldale up over Edison Prep, 44-6. Marlowe up over Chickasha, 45-14. Blanchard up over Noble, 27-13. Of course, Ada over Ardmore, 28-0. As we await JW getting an interview with Coach Griffin. Kingfisher up over Weatherford, 24-21. Berry Hill over Fort Gibson, 45-13. Hominy beats Cleveland 51-14. As here we go, we have Coach Griffin with J.W. DeSilver.
Here with head coach Farron Griffin. Coach.
Well, we needed to make a lot of improvements over the past week, and we did that. We worked hard. Obviously, we still had some mistakes we need to correct. I felt like on both sides of the ball we executed 10 times better than we did last week. I couldn't be more pleased with our kids. But like I just told them, the games get bigger each week, and we're going to have to improve each and every week to compete.
Real good performance tonight from Mold Downey.
He's a big, strong kid. He spends every minute of the day he can in the weight room. He works hard. He's committed, dedicated. He got all the glory, and them offensive linemen did a lot of work to help him too.
Yes, sir. Good win.
Thank Coach Griffin there for taking some time with JW as we close up this game. Again, Cache wins this one going away, securing their first victory of the season, 44-10 over the Altus Bulldogs. Next week we will be back at the friendly confines of Ulrich Stadium as the Cache Bulldogs face the Elgin Owls in the Battle of the Wichitas. Both teams coming in with the victory. Should be a fun one. For J.W. Silver, Adam Gutierrez, and Caleb Hannabass, I'm Billy Palmer. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
You can buy or sell your house with any realtor, but if you want to do it the fancy way, call me. Cheers.